All right. So I want to go back to a previous save, and I want to see what the if you support Songbird. I want to see what the ending is like. If you support Songbird. Gig Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. Is this it? I think it's probably this one. No, you can wait till the point where you betray her. Okay, this is afterwards. Leave in silence. No, so it has to be around like the 5 to 6 p.m. mark. This is how it's already happened. Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. Westwind Estate. It should be one of these. I think it's probably this one. Apparently the second ending, the ending where you betray Reed and support Songbird, is apparently like a lot easier. I did both endings last night of the... Okay, no, this is too far. I did both endings. The one where you spare or kill... what's her name? When she's in there. Oh, when she's inside the core. Maybe it's this one. I really didn't think that she was going to survive. Like, I basically just, like, let her... I basically, like, let her die the first time because I figured it was one of those games where the ending is no matter what you do, she's going to kill herself. Jeez, even at 2:30 p.m.? This is the part I was at? This can't be right. This is like days ago. So it's November 5th. I might not be able to do it. November 5th, 2:57 p.m. Autosaves, manual save. This is last night, the final one, after I bought the Corporal Plaza house. 5:30, it's already done. At this point, Songbird's already gone. 2:57, Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. November 5th. This is the day before. So if I can't get it from this one, then I can't do the Songbird ending. I have to watch a video about it. Yeah. Alright, can't do it. Alright, well, I'll have to watch a video about it later. I had no idea it was coming. Like, you're just there, like, working on the Sinusure bomb. Then suddenly your two conversation options are betray Songbird, betray Reed. I was like, what? Have you ever seen this house before? Like the expensive condo in Corporal Plaza? Do you get a view of the city? XDD. Are you a Cadril fan? I'm actually glad that Cadril fans have stopped doing the rat emote so often. I thought it was like... I'm very happy for Cadril's success. I also thought it was very, very annoying when his fans would spam XCD, where's Pedro, in every single LEC game. And they were like some of the most cringe fans, like on the fucking planet. But they don't seem to do that as much anymore. And he's having a lot of success with like the MSI and the World's co-streams. Are you a Cadril rat? I'm seeing a lot of XDDs here. Okay, back down to reception. So what am I doing now? So I could do some gigs. Cadril's like the LEC analyst, also co-streamer. Oh, twice in a day. Lucky me. Okay, so what I need to do now is I want to see what happens when I get picked up. Are they really going to... They can't really fix my thing. They can't... There's no way that works, right? Because I know that this is like one of the options that doesn't work out for the ending. So I want to see what they do. I'm just leaving my fancy new apartment. Here's my fancy car. It's a little scratched up, as it always is. What's this guy doing? What do you want from me? Look at this guy. This game is crazy. The way that, like, civilians, understandably, lose their mind when there's conflict around, in always a way that, like, messes with my driving, drives me crazy. The classic. Oops, I went the wrong way. Look at this guy. What's your problem? Like, nothing's happening. This guy just, like, swerved in a single lane of traffic because I'm in combat. You understand how insane that is? He just swerved. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jump on top of my car. I'm gonna leap over this barrier. Getting the hell out of here. Oh, you guys want some of this, huh? How'd this guy get down? What happened to you? The car hit you? Hey, like that, bitch? Okay, I'm going over here, right? Oh shit. I'm dead. Nope, we're good. Everything's fine. NPCs in this game are like, okay, whatever way I can swerve to do him the most physical discomfort, inconvenience, and damage is what we're doing. So what are we doing here? What are you guys up to? Hey, VM and Downtown, let's meet, please. Sending you coordinates, come alone. Okay, glad to hear you're alive. There's a lot of, like, quest follow-throughs in this game. Alright, well, I gotta go see that lady then. How do I get in there? Down there, right? Okay.
Hey, watch it.
Where's the way in? Right, it's here. Let's forget what this fence is. This guy has been like, there's been some homeless person rubbing their hands around that fire for as long as I've been playing this game, which is a long time. A very long time. I think this playthrough's been 80 hours. Have I played Saints Row? No. Seems alright. It seems like very similar to a lot of the games that you mentioned, like all like the kind of Far Cry's and Saint Rows and all those games. And to me, those games are fun, but there's just so many of them that it's kind of hard for me to give a shit about all of them. You know what I mean? Like Dying Light, Saints Row. All those games kind of seem sort of similar to me, you know what I mean? Like big AAA open world games. They all seem cool, but there's so many. Is Saints Row the one that's more of like a hacker game? It is, right? Okay. It does look good. Like those cityscapes look good.
Say you told the FIA to stick their offer.
Oh yeah,
where
Watch
the
Dogs.
sun don't shine. Just don't make the call to Reed. We'll find another way.
Do what now?
Message. Didn't see it? They want to wipe me. Need me to explain the ins and outs?
Yeah, it's just... I didn't
Really?
put the facts together till now.
Convenient. But say I go along with that.
I don't want to kill Johnny.
Question is, what are you gonna do with the facts?
I thought for a second you said... Oh, interesting. You've reached a point of no return. Once you call Reed, you'll be locked out of all unfinished jobs and other activities like gigs until you've completed the main storyline. So this is basically a different way to get the ending. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that. So I still have some more stuff to clean up. Okay, so this means there's another thing.
Shit. Agreed.
So I got like at least 2 more days of cleanup before I have the big ending
Fuck the FIA.
spree.
You serious? Wham bam and no dice.
Wham bam and no dice.
I didn't know it was gonna work that way.
Fucking shocking turn of events. Thanks, V. Just thanks.
I can still do this, right? Okay, so this quest is now optional. Okay, that's good to know. So I need to go. Let's start clearing this stuff up. I feel like I have 2 days, 2 long days of clearing out my inventory of gigs and other side stuff. I'm not gonna do everything. I'm not gonna do the boxing events. I don't give a shit about the cyber psychos. I don't really care, honestly. But I do want to do most of the gigs for the fixers. Check every clothing store, buy all the clothes I want, buy a couple more apartments with my huge amount of wealth. And then I have just one day, probably Wednesday, that's like just all the endings all at once and like a super show. I don't know, I've been thinking about that. I was thinking about City Skylines too, but apparently performance is still garbage. The thing for me is that I played Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2, since Valheim, which by the way was like my peak. Valheim, like May through June or whatever I was playing it, was like the only time that I was even really like getting close to affiliate. But everything's been down and out since then, honestly. I still have like a really nice core of people who I see every day, but like overall viewership's been really down over the summer. And I played 3 really big games. I played Baldur's Gate 3, I played Starfield, and I played Cyberpunk. And like, they're such big games, and they're all kind of the same. Loot everything, talk to everyone, multiple different storylines, different ways to result, big open worlds, all these things. So 3 games in a row have been like this. So I don't know, I might play something old school. No, there's no storyline to it, but I like city builders, and it's like a new city builder, and City Skyline 1 was really fun, which I played a lot. I'd like to play it, but I think I might I might go back to play some like retro RPGs for a while or something. I'm not really sure. Just these 3 games have been really, really, really similar. So I'm a little like exhausted from big 5-week 80. I put 150 hours into Baldur's Gate 3. How do I get out of here? I'm lost. No, it's not it's not by EA. It's by a studio called Paradox. EA did SimCity. So it's the same kind of ballpark. No, it's by Paradox. They're like Finnish or Danish or Swedish or something. City Skylines is basically like they've taken over for SimCity because SimCity doesn't make games anymore. There hasn't been a good SimCity in like forever. When SimCity was good, it was really good. It's just like not ever good anymore. I don't know, man. I don't know if they. I don't know. Like they stopped making them. Like EA is so into like microtransactions and stuff like that. That like.
So, biochip. Think Militech could help with it? That within the realm of possibilities?
Why Militech of all things?
Someone recently spilled about some classified tech they have. Kind that could, you know, cure me. A kind of neural matrix that harnesses AIs from out past the black wall.
Yeah, me too.
If someone actually did...
Compare like 90s, 2000s EA to now. Like one of the worst fall-offs of any game company ever. Horrible. Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3, those are great games. Old school Sim Cities, old school sports games like NHL, those were really fun. Now, like, that's like one of the most disrespectful companies ever.
Tame one.
I'm glad you feel the same way.
Albeit suspiciously so.
Suspicious how?
Read the screen sheets. Anything from beyond the black wall leaves only crisp corpses and destruction in its wake. Dangerous.
I have a funny story. That sucks. You probably shouldn't have called your account that, but you can't do anything about that. I have a funny story. So back in high school, my best friend and I were driving around the city, and we passed by a poster, and the poster was like 2 guys standing there like this, and I looked at it briefly, and I was like, oh, it's called Sword Masters. I'm like, oh, that's Sword Masters. That's cool. I want to be a sword master, but the poster was actually for a gay strip club. And so my friend made fun of me for this for like, to this day, he still makes fun of me for saying that, and he calls me a sword master. So he was at my house. No, I was at his house in 2019. And he was helping me build my last computer, the one that's over here. And we're building my computer at his house. And so he's like, all right, now the computer's done, let's fix it up. So I was like, okay, I'll make an Apex account so we can play Apex together on the new computer. And so to go on the joke, I called my account Swordmaster69420, or just Swordmaster420, one of the two. So that was my account in Apex. So I'm not sure how this happened, but I bought my new computer last month, in September, sorry. from the same computer store, the same computer company franchise that I bought my last one from. So then when I was paying for my new computer, she's like, "Oh, let me see, what's your email? I want to see if I have your number on I want to see if we have your information on file." So then when I gave them my email, which I guess was the same one that I bought my last account with, she's like, "Oh, your name here is Swordmaster." And I was like, "Oh my god." I was like, I feel sick to my stomach with how embarrassing this is, and I want to explain to her the whole story, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to I'm like, "Yeah, right." And it was like, oh, this is so cringe. She thinks my like actual gamer tag is Swordmaster, and this is what I think is cool or something. I wanted to die. I was like, oh, I don't really care what people think about me, but that was one of those moments where I was like, I really want to explain, but I don't care. It's like these three nerdy girls in the store and me. Like, yeah, that's me. I got fucking annihilated, dude.
Then again, I'm not privy to the wonders the dark wizards at Militech have at their disposal.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, Lexi, your tag is Swordmaster." I was like, "Let me explain. I don't know how you have that name on your file, but I want to barf."
Think it'd be worth a shot?
But I'm like, no, it's not. I'm not trying to be a cool otaku samurai. It's actually a gay male strip club. Wait, never mind. Okay, let's just move on. Oh, I haven't thought about that in like a month.
Have a look.
It was so bad. It was so bad. This is a good one to upgrade because it's just flat melee damage. Wait. Why is the percentage melee damage going down? But I get more armor? And the buff's the same. What the why would I do this? Why would I sacrifice 3% melee damage? Fuck you, man. Universal Booster. Mantis Blades. Axolotl. Wait a minute, I got some new stuff too. Trade. Quick hacks. Junk. All items. There was some sweet ass fucking thing I got. Where is it? Cyberware. Was it an operating system? The problem is none of these are iconic. Okay, whatever. It's for another day. Oh my god. I don't really care because I know that there's a good explanation for it, but it's one of those moments from like they just now think this is the kind of person I am, and it's not worth explaining to them. It was really funny though. I told him about it, he laughed so hard. Do you remember when I called my Apex account Swordmaster because of the joke you and I have been having since we were 17 years old? Yeah, here's how it bit me in the ass today. Oh my god. Do you have like a 3? What's my opinion of PS5? My opinion of PS5 is that I'm always just on the verge of buying one, but I never quite can do it. My reason being I love PC gaming, but there is a certain number of games that are just honestly just seem to be better on PS5 because it's so much harder to optimize for PC. And there's a lot of games that are PlayStation exclusives, which I want to play. So 95 times out of 100, I'd rather play on PC. But I think for like Elden Ring, Demon Souls, Final Fantasy VII, there's a number of other games that I'd rather play the PS version of because it's better optimized. Because I really understand that it's very, very hard. One, I don't want to wait like a year and a half for like fucking games by like certain companies that do PS exclusives. That's annoying. And I do think Souls-likes and other games are better on console. And I think that a lot of times there's like there's much bigger performance issues on PC than PS5. So I think it's worth getting. Do I think it's worth it if you're a casual gamer who plays on weekends? I think it's only worth it if you're a casual gamer who plays on weekends, or you're such a nerd that you want both systems. I think PS5 is really good. But I always am like, well, do I really want it? I can never quite make myself buy it. Side question. What are your 3 to 5 favorite cars all time? And follow-up question. What are people trying to kill me for all the time now? What happened? Like, what am I wanted for? What did I do? Also, on a side note, where would you rank the Porsche 911 Carrera in your list of all-time cars, if it's not on that list? What did I do to get these officers hating me so much?
Suspect's vehicle has been located. Details have been sent.
Dream car list. If you do all supercars, that's boring, but that's up to you. Like, it's kind of like this game, you know what I mean? Like, in this game, I can have, like, 8 different muscle cars, you know what I mean? Or 8 different supercars, but what's the point of having 8, you know what I mean? It's better to me to have, like, 3 to 5 different cars that are quite different. Like, say, BMW M5, and then a supercar, and then whatever your favorite SUV is, or, like, truck, and then, like, whatever else, you know what I mean? To me, I would rather have, like, a lot of variation. But different people will think different things. Like, would I want 2 Ferraris and a Ferrari and a Lamborghini? Not really. I think you choose one of those, because, like, otherwise, like, you have to be a super baller if you're, like, a collector of cars. But, like, let's say you're a normal person who's also, like, worth, let's say, $50 million. I don't know how normal you are at that point, but, like, at that point, do you really need, like, a fucking 6 garages like your Jay Leno or something, or Seinfeld? No. I saw an SUV recently last summer. There was like a supercar conference or a supercar kind of festival convention in Toronto when I was there in the summer. And I saw one of the high-end car companies like Rolls-Royce or Bentley or something, I forget what, had an SUV that was kind of like a big, large to medium SUV kind of Range Rover type. And I forget what it was, but I thought it was really, really, really nice. Also, I need to look which gig it is, which gives me the final piece of Johnny Silverhand's outfit. Because I want to have the full Johnny Silverhand set. Because this set here is also already like basically half of the Silverhand look, but it's like my personal favorite one. But maybe with his pants, it can be a little bit better. I gotta figure out something a little similar. To me, I think it would be like, for the car thing, I think I would like to have one car that's like low-key and classy, like almost chauffeurable, but still got like some balls to it, which would be a BMW M5, probably black. I would like a Porsche 911 Carrera as one of the most distinctive car looks ever made. I would like one really, really upscale SUV, like a Range Rover. I would like one Jeep TJ black tan interior roll bars. I would like one baby blue 1960s Cadillac with a cream interior. Those are probably the cars I would like. I don't really care about having a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or something like that. I just don't really value it. So that would probably... So what is that again? M5, 911 Carrera, really nice SUV, old school black Cadillac Seville, old school baby blue Cadillac Seville, and then a Jeep TJ open roll bars. That would be my 5 favorite cars.
Was told I could count on your help with the behavioral circuit.
Mm-hmm. I did receive instructions. My help has been paid for already. May I see the component? Perhaps I can do something with it.
Okay.
How long does this take?
Waiting.
Usually, I don't ask customers what they want to do with the tech they bring me.
As 1
And I
minute?
will
They make
also
me wait
not
1 minute?
ask this time, but this comes from a place that should probably be buried under a fat layer of concrete. The algorithms that run this circuit, I have seen the like long, long ago. You should know that I
Koenig
never
Sig
catch
Agera.
this.
I don't know what that
I'm
is.
serious.
By Ford, do you mean like a Supra, like a Toyota Supra? Good list though. I love the Bronco. I like
Oh,
I know someone who's like
I'll
a
be careful.
journalist who works for the New York Times who's got like a use the decrypted component to craft a single item, Erebus or Militech Canto Mark 6. Oh, interesting. The Bronco looks so good. Do you like one of the newer ones or do you like the late 90s ones? Daka says I need a backiotomy. An iconic quick hack. Yeah, they both look good. It's a good list. You can tell that like I don't know what the Koenigsegg is. I have to look that up. But you can tell your list is mostly like kind of like street racer styles, right? That's basically 3 of those. 2.5. Okay, so backpack, all items. So I remember seeing like a quest. I remember seeing like an article that was like, here's how you get this like iconic super frontal cortex operating system. So that looks like what this is. Where to go? Cerberus's decoded behavioral system component. Component with the decryptic algorithms of Cerberus behavioral system. The code store contains unreadable data blocks. So how do I do this? Erebus or Militech Canto Mark 6. Crafting. Where are these things that they're talking about? Surely it should be here, right? Oh. They're guns. Oh, that's shitty. Right? Wait, what's the other one? Erebus or Militech Canto Mark 6. Militech Canto Mark 6. Where is that? That's not here. It's not gonna be level 4. What's wrong here? Does she have it? Huh? Koenigsegg is basically exotic supercar. Can you link me a photo? Yeah, the NSX is like, I think, the all-time great. Another car, if you asked me when I was like a teenager, I would have said like the old school Impreza WRX in like blue. It wasn't a baby blue and it wasn't a dark blue. It was like a medium blue, but this like the most beautiful shade ever. I really like that old school Impreza. Use the decrypted component to craft a single item. Erebus or Militech Canto Mark 6. How do you craft that? Do I have to go to a Ripper dock? There's a Ripper dock here. Okay. Hey, Maya. Ms. Mystic. I had an awkward moment 2 days ago where I was here in the chat by myself on Saturday, and someone was like being very, very sexual and very flirty with me. So I kind of just offset them as like a random sex bot, or like someone with 3 followers who wasn't make sense how like intimate they were being. And then they came back the next day, and then they're like, "Hey," and then 2 people who I told about it were like, "Lol, is this the person you're talking about?" And that person was then like, "That's weird, but okay." I was just calling to say goodbye. I was just coming by to say hi, and I was like, "Did I like what's going on here?" I'm a very confused man.
Looking for a change.
All right, let me take a look here.
Time to tinker.
Oh my god, that's so sexy. Swedish supercar? That's really beautiful. Ooh, the front and back goes up too? Wow. That's a great choice for a supercar. This is very, very beautiful. Is this the year that you would get, the 2012? €1,000,000 for a car with 3,000 kilometers on it. Green carbon with the black and green. Unbelievable. Twin charge 5-liter V8. 1,000 horsepower and 811 feet of torque. 2.9 seconds, 62. Only 5 were built between 2012 and 2014. Holy shit, man. That is really, really nice. Really nice. Hold on. Okay, so operating system. So this should be a Mark 6. I gotta do some research here. I mean, I'm never gonna use it, but I want to know, right? Trade. What is this? Yeah. Yeah, I've honestly never seen anything like that. Okay, I gotta alt tab to look this shit up. This corrosion, another song, interesting. Okay, so I did not pick up the correct... I did not pick up the crafting spec. Okay, cool, whatever. That doesn't make a big deal either way. Yeah, that's a whole different kind of engineering. Alright, well, I guess I'll make the thing that I can make, because I don't think I can make the other one. Crafting, Erebus, Tier 5 machine gun. Here you go. So, next. Yeah, that sold for €1,000,000. It was a 2012 car, right? Really, really, really nice. One way or another, go to the meeting point. Okay, back to Nellie Springer. That is really beautiful. Like, honestly, I keep saying this, but that is actually one of the nicest supercars I've ever seen. Great choice. Okay, where's my motorcycle? This is just like Grand Theft Auto. I can only use motorcycles in this game. Just so I can get through traffic. Where's my music? Give me the DJ set. I didn't have my dance party this morning. Yesterday I played the Valentino combat theme before I started my recording on stream. It was a 13-minute song. I danced for the entire thing. I was out of breath by the end of it. Really felt like I loosened my neck and shoulders up, you know what I mean? Moving the head around. The Valentino's theme is like one of my favorite ones in the game. Every day I should start the stream with a different one of those like gang combat themes from this game. They're all so good. Oh! Didn't make that turn fast enough. The music is incredible in this game. It doesn't sound like any other game. And every single theme, like every single style of gangster has so much music. It's actually one of the best music. It's actually one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in a game. It's also very similar to the Doom Eternal soundtrack in two ways. One, stylistically to some degree, it sounds like the Doom Eternal soundtrack. And also similar to the Doom Eternal soundtrack, I'm a huge Mick Gordon fan. Similar to the Doom Eternal soundtrack, both of them don't really sound the same if they're put and arranged into an album, because the game is made of so many different elements that trigger on certain moments. Like one of the reasons the Doom Eternal soundtrack has never really come out is because like the game is programmed to do these different things at different times depending on the gameplay situation, so it doesn't really turn into a very easily mixable album. Also, like, okay, I got a bunch of stuff to say in this. The Doom Eternal subreddit, the Doom subreddit, for a game that was so good, was one of the worst subs I've ever seen, with nothing on it ever. And I don't know whether it's because the mods set things up, or whether people are all unimaginative dipshits who all they ever post is like, look at this drawing of the Doomslayer with Master Chief from Halo XD. Wouldn't this be a cool crossover? Microsoft, please. They're like, it was the most trash subreddit I've ever seen. And I just wanted information about that game all the time because it had a very vibrant scene for the first year. But it was one of the worst subs I've ever seen. I couldn't believe it. I was so disappointed every time I went to it. And this comes from a game where Doom Eternal, once it got into the expansions, and Hugo Martin started doing streams like every week of him and Joshua Boyle doing a playthrough of the game on Nightmare on controller, was one of the most entertaining and fun things I've ever seen like a game designer do. And I watched it every single week. They'd have like the lead designer of the game and then their community manager would play the game and they'd comment on each other, and he's like a guy in his early 40s. He's really funny and he would just fuck around and fail, and people liked it more when he failed because that's what streaming's all about. The thing with streaming is it's an interesting combination where people have to be able to admire you and mock you in similar proportions. You can't be just admirable and you can't be just someone people disrespect. You kind of have to be both. People have to be able to laugh at your misfortune, but you still have to be someone who's like good at something, you know what I mean? A lot of streamers who have like the best advantages are someone who was established as something, like XQC being very good at Overwatch, or Cadril being a pro League player, and then you turn into a maniac from there and realize that streaming is better for you than competitive. But most streamers, or like someone like Avoiding the Puddle, who is like a commentator for fighting games, it seems like in most circumstances you have to be really good at something, and then from there segue to being an entertainer. That gives you like a fan base from the beginning. That's the best way to do it, or like the most sure successful way. Anyway, where was I going with that? So Doom Eternal came out at the beginning of the pandemic, and then apparently what happened is that because they had a specials edition, they were contractually obligated to deliver a full mix soundtrack within 1 year of the release of the game. And when that didn't happen, they like both Mick Gordon and the producers of the game, the Marty Stratton, both kind of went to Reddit and had a war of worlds, and they like took it away from Mick Gordon because he didn't mix it in time apparently, and it turned into this whole shit show where they did a very, very bad job of delivering the soundtrack for people who bought the special edition on Steam. And so it became this huge bummer where it has one of the best soundtracks of like any game in modern times, but does not have a definitive edition soundtrack on Spotify that sounds good. And so it became this really bad, ugly situation that's been really hard to like for the reputation of the game and for both people. And it's a huge shame because it is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. And I think honestly the buck kind of stops with the game lead. In a circumstance like that, ultimately, if you're the person who's like the head of production development for a studio like id, I think the buck stops with you. And it became really, really ugly because it totally fucked up and it really hurt Mick Gordon's reputation, and he won't be able to do subsequent Doom games if they make one or other games with that company. But Mick Gordon is one of the best composers in video games. He is an absolute monster. And the fact that he's not going to be able to again do a Doom soundtrack, most likely because of like the bitter fallout, is a huge bummer. A huge bummer, and the whole situation is really unfortunate. Oh no. Did I get a tumor? V's dying anyway. She can get a tumor. I've never been here before. This looks like the ending of The Departed, where Jack Nicholson is like falls into the bulldozer when he gets shot in the belly. I feel like she's gonna kill me. This is not like a normal place that you meet someone. See the blue container? I'm waiting inside. Can't be too careful. Okay. I'm pretty colorblind. It's hard for me to tell this is blue. Okay, now it's blue. Yeah, okay. I knew it. Fucking net watch, isn't it? I knew it. I shot pussy. Oh, jumped too far. Similar to Doom Eternal, this game also has it so when you're doing execution animations, you're invincible. That was it? I knew I was getting fucking ramshackled. What happens now? I also found out that I missed a pair of special mantis blades. These are the mantis blades. I missed a pair of special mantis blades because I was getting threatened by Max Tack, and if I'd killed her, I could have taken her mantis blades. Shame. We got Springer's number and contacts. You're interested in V? Contact her instead of a meet. She needs to think it's from S. Linda, don't waste my fucking time. That's a gig for a secretary, not a merc. I wasn't finished. At the meet, you take V out. No questions, no witnesses. Who's this V? I said no questions. Yeah. How's that gonna go? You understand what a Chad I am? You understand that I don't take L's? Actually, I take L's all the time. But my character doesn't. I do, and then just reload the game. Putting together a crew for a new little corporate gig. Gotta make some chick disappear. No questions, no witnesses. If it's a little gig, why do you need a whole crew? I said no questions. You in or not? Depends on what. For which corporates? BT. Okay, sounds good. But I don't work for Militech. Conscientious objection. Okay. Sometimes you gotta murder people, man. I like to do stealthy missions, but it's not always in the cards, mate. Okay, so I am in a pretty good shape here. So now it's time for an entire day Go to the elevator at the coordinates Ashley provided. What is this about? Alright, that's nearby. Okay, so now we clear all the gigs on the map. Hopefully I can do that all today, but they all take a bit longer than I think they will. Get all my unique objectives for finishing each netrunner's, each fixer's job, except probably not the Cyber Psycho lady. We'll see, that's too many, it's like 20 of them. And then hopefully tomorrow, finish all those like final quest lines before I then have an ending extravaganza. Yeah, I played some Splinter Cells game. Isn't there like a million of them? They're usually pretty sick. Blood here does dancing for nothing. There's no music, buddy.
How's it going?
What's this guy doing? What's your deal, buddy? Jeez, you fucking Nova sending chords, pinging us. Like, geez, you always move in slow-mo. The faster the better with this. You get me? Or your brain to move in slow-mo too. Nova, opening the way now. Got your eyes on you through the cams. Just FYI, so you don't freak out or whatever. You need to reach the panel that'll open the gate to the inner garage. Oh, and don't get seen, please. I'll be watching in real shit. Hold on, my pizza's here. Sure, can't let it get cold. You get your pizza. I think you mean an SF crackhead. Don't you know the meme? San Francisco and Portland. Those are the places that we make fun of now. For being like homeless drug emporiums. Okay, back. So just remember to keep a low profile. We're trying to solve a problem, not make a new one, yeah? So keep your eyes glued here. I'll be sending you tips. Just remember, once you're in, ain't no going back. Gonna cut off the elevator. Keep any surprises from showing up. All good? God, she's so annoying. I'm gonna need a yes if you're nodding your head right now. I can't see it. This lady is so annoying. Hey, leave me alone. Apparently, if you've seen what, apparently the way San Francisco is now, you've made up your mind. Rightly so. Take good care of our gift. Get to know one another, help one another. You may be living on borrowed time, but your future's looking ever so brightly better. Good luck, V. LA is pretty nice, generally speaking. LA is pretty nice. San Francisco apparently right now with like a lack of criminal prosecutions and like homeless tents and like fentanyl abuse apparently is like a fucking nightmare. I also find generally speaking in the past year and a half, every single city I go to in North America, especially ones that I've lived at before, are noticeably worse than they used to be. In terms of like dead ass fucked up people. I feel like I've been here before. Head to the garage, don't raise the alarm. Anywhere I can stuff this guy? Here you go. Have you been to Los Angeles? Have you been to America before? Yeah, but like as we've talked about a million times, there's like no country that's like leveling up faster than India right now. Isn't that like a pretty fair thing to say? How did I miss that? All right, my new knife has drop off. There you go. My old knife had no drop off at all. It was so useful. Yeah, but like I think everyone has a pretty good sense of like the ways that like some countries are going up and some countries are going down, and even the countries that people think are like, I don't know. We talked about this a million times. I think everybody knows we're I think everyone knows we're getting into China's century. Getting into India and China's century. And a lot of people say there's a lot of worrisome things about China currently. Is that a camera? There's a camera. Who was seeing me? Okay, I want to do this stealthy. 111, 2 minutes ago, it's fine. Yeah. That's the way it always is though, right? Like people always have much bigger issues with their neighbors than they do because of like historical divisions than they do with people across the world. It's one of the things that America has leveraged so well in terms of like keeping everyone stomped down. Because like Japan, Korea, China, all these countries are so much worse at getting along with each other because of like historical issues. So America gets to be like, hey, we're Taiwan and Vietnam and Japan's friend, despite going to war with all of them, just because they all want to keep China down because they know China's gonna like, I don't know, they don't want China to be ascendant in the region, and China's like, this is very much our right. You know what I mean? It's all the same shit. But I think increasingly the way that the US is like just totally bankrupt is not going to benefit the tool. Where's the camera? Where's the computer in this store? This is weird. This is one of the few places where they don't care for me to drop the cameras. They don't get, these guys don't get alerted by me dropping the cameras.
Playing hide and seek? Grow the fuck up.
I just think, yeah. I think... I think... Where the fuck did this guy come from? That makes no sense. I think that any countries that share a border have a lot of difficulty with those things. Unless it's like a US-Canada relationship. Oh, that was her? Sorry. Wait a minute. She's on the cameras? I kind of forgot that from what she said before. So can these cameras see me or what? I think she's on the cameras, right? Right, okay. That's why they didn't make an alarm. Because she's on it. I kind of forgot my learning detail there. Yeah, that explains a lot. Oh, what the fuck? Turn. It's fucking super soldiers. I've never seen a dude leap like that before. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Can you two hurry up? A little kissy kissy. You see that? What a freak that guy was. Hey. Just quit chatting. I have optical camo. Optical camo, 90% visibility to enemies for minus 90% visibility to enemies for 7 seconds, making it more difficult for them to detect you. It's the key playstyle. I even have points now that means that my optical camo stays activated when I grab and choke people out. It took a long time to get that. There's a whole page. Where is it? There's a whole page. Escape. Journal shards, character, stats, character, skill progression. There's 5 different stats which go up just by playstyle. You can't put points into really. And so this is choking people out secretly. This is doing quick hacks and like breaking into computer systems. This is running and jumping and being like a agile ninja. This is using your body to like rip open doors and to lift up heavy things. And engineer is like opening doors and fixing stuff. So you can see here that I mostly just run around at high speed. I do a lot of assassination. I don't do very much of this, and I do almost none of this. Chickadee is bumped in. Can you? These chickadees always bounce off my windows. They're gonna get fucking concussions. That's how you gotta play. You're gonna have to crawl through here all sneaky like. Get on that truck. Stay sneaky though. She's so annoying. What truck? This one? That truck? You guys can't see me. Where's the burrito machine? Where'd that truck go? I have to wait for another truck? I have a house. It's like a 2-bedroom bungalow, basically. And this is like the little... My office is like the kind of like little half room between the 2 bedrooms. So over here is my main bedroom. Over there is like basically storage, office, other bedroom for like guests. And then hallway, and then kitchen, living room at the other end. What happened to that truck? Is it coming back? I have a really good deal on this place. My friend bought this house. My friend got laid off during COVID, so he downsized his house in a big city, sold it, and then he needed to buy something that was like a third of the price of this one. So this is a pretty rural area, so the house itself is like not that expensive. And so he lived in this house for a couple of years, and now he got another job where he travels a lot, and he didn't want his wife to be alone because she's like, in my opinion, not that mentally strong, and he didn't want to leave her alone because she works from home in this house in the middle of nowhere to feel isolated when he travels for like 2 weeks at a time. So then he moved back to a big city, the same big city, and then he had like a year and a half until he was going to sell this house. And so I was in Vancouver, but I was like having a pretty good time in Vancouver, but I didn't feel like it was strictly necessary. So I'd rather have a house with like a porch and a deck and a backyard and the woods behind me. So I've been renting this house. I'll probably rent this house total for about a year and a half until the end of next summer. It's a crazy good price. Like a crazy good price. So, hard to say no. What has happened there? Oh. I lose my optical camo when I jump, I guess. No. I'm like not terribly tempted to buy a house currently. I've been like taking the last like 3-4 years to like travel more, because I basically spent the last like 6-7 years before that working constantly. So now that I have a little freedom and I'm like pretty financially in a pretty good spot, I've been moving and living in a lot of different places. So it's not really a time, especially with the way things are now, it hasn't been a particularly tempting time to buy a house. Maybe if like things progress with my woman, maybe in a year or two. I'm not even sure how that's all gonna go. So maybe in that case I would then buy one to settle down, but it's not really on my radar right now.
Show yourself.
Don't get on top of it, you idiot. Get in. This game is so stupid. I'm fucked. It's not gonna work. I can't get in. So frustrating. I don't have one. I just do this. I have like a couple of things that I have like an agent for that I'm like kind of shopping, but otherwise I'm like, I just do this like 6 to 8 hours a day. The company I worked for a number of years that I had equity in sold in like late 2020. So that worked out very well for me. So how do I do this? Do I do or did I do? Like investments mostly. Investments mostly, and like spending savings. I got like a pretty good chunk from that company sale. I like play around with some stock stuff, etc. Try to be kind of smart about it, but ultimately I just try to like live fairly economically. This place is full of dudes. Everywhere I go, someone can see me. Especially the security targets. The security turrets are much better at spotting me. I don't understand how that guy sees me. The fucking snipers are so creepy, man. SF1 crash, report 14. Well, I'm like roughly breaking even. It depends on like certain things. I'm like roughly breaking even from like normal, like some investment stuff, but like also depending on where I live. In Vancouver, I was losing money, and here I'm like probably making some, roughly staying even. And ultimately, like, I know what I like doing in life, so I'm taking this year or maybe a year and a half or 2 years or whatever to see if I can like find a way to sustainably make money from the things I really like, which is like entertainment, game stuff. it's been a little, it hasn't really made much progress, honestly. It's been fun, it's been really rewarding, and I like doing it as a hobby. But like, if this is going to turn to something like that I can do forever, and so I don't have to feel like I'm working again, it has to be different than this. It has to go a little bit better than this. It might be sort of like aggressive social media stuff, or me really changing my pitch to try to do things differently. But like, me just sort of like diligently, consistently doing what I think is fun. It's not really growing. There's really good growth like through the course of earlier this year. I started last November, and so probably things kind of spiked in May and June with Valheim, etc. And I thought things were going to continue to get better. But over the course of these 3 games, things are like definitely sort of like dying a little bit for sure. So I'm giving it like a year and a half or 2 years of doing what I most want to do, to sort of see if I can have my hobbies translate into like things I can do so I can be comfortable. But I'm not, we'll just have to see at like a 2-year point, like maybe this time next year, let's say the end of next summer. I'll see honestly where I am then, and then I'll probably go back to doing stuff that's a little more normalized, or I'll get back into screenwriting or do things like that, which I really quite enjoyed doing in like 2021, but didn't really pursue all the way to the end. And yeah, I agree. But I also like to do trending stuff. You have to kind of find your demographic, you know what I mean? Well, I don't know. I can't do this forever. Like, I have to work again. I'm not rich enough to like never work again, but I'm comfortable for the next couple of years. So I can't do this forever, and it feels generally worse as like I'm not really getting much growth. Don't get me wrong, I don't really care. I'm doing this for fun and I'm enjoying it. And like on a day-to-day basis it's fun, and I really enjoy like talking to people, but like I can't do this forever for nothing. It's just stupid. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try extra hard in this like year 2 of doing this to try to like make concessions to be more commercially viable. Or maybe I'll just kind of keep bashing my head against a wall and see what happens. So who knows? I'm an all or nothing kind of guy, and I'm very, very stubborn. I don't quit easily. But I don't also like really make a lot of adjustments to try to improve things. I'm not that methodical. So I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I don't feel that positive about it to some degree, and that like it hasn't really had linear growth, but I understand that's the way that it goes. Secured crash site from the southeast. Total time to secure affected quadrant, 1 hour, 12 minutes. Interventions during site stabilization. Comment. Interventions were required during civilian attempts to reach the crash site, citing concern for loved ones or willingness to help. In instances of aggressive civilian interference, use of force was permitted. Among documented interventions, 2 fatalities and 5 injuries. Personnel assigned to secure site, 22 at casualty 18. Comment. Efforts to secure the site were largely disorganized, resulting in significant casualties. Given that the plane's security measures were largely well anticipated, I find these losses unacceptable. These were good soldiers and better people. This failure could have been avoided with more effective communication. Even grunts should have full access to basic operational information. Otherwise, they're fighting and dying in the dark. In light of these circumstances, I cannot accept my recent promotion to sergeant. As the most senior, I'd like Joanna Smiles to take my place. That guy's got some integrity. I like that. Local network. Okay, so approach the car. Can I get through here? Respect. You can sneak with the best, like a ninja or ballerina, because honest truth, that was art. Don't sub out yet. You can still spot you. Stay alert. Okay, so I got to approach the car. I'm getting stuck in shit here.
Gonna be a good day.
I really appreciate that. Like, the people I do talk to, I really value for sure. I don't think I fully admit like the flaws in my approach, in that like I don't put any time into production. I have not so far put any time into production design, like for production quality, or I essentially do nothing with social media, and I play games for too long and play slowly. So I'm aware that I do those things, but ultimately my thoughts are that, well, the way my thoughts are going into it, that I think is more important in the way the content creator economy works in like the way things are now. To me, if I can lock down like, I don't know, 800 people, 1,500 people, whatever it is, and do something that provides value to people, that then they'll pay for it, through whatever methods. That's really most of what you need. I don't want to be like, the way I look at this thing right now, I would like it to be something like comfortable and kind of something so I don't have to like clock into a 9 to 5 again, because I know I don't really like doing that. I'm pretty independent. I don't take orders well. So my calculation was that I could probably provide value to enough people to have a thing that's like sustainable forever without me having to like, I'm not going to try to be like XQC or something. It's just not going to happen. It's like a different age group and like a different sort of vibe and everything. But that was the way I'd like to see it. But I think I ultimately have to make more concessions to try to like reach more people, or just do it for fun and give up. I don't really know. I think about it a lot. But everyone who I talk to and everyone who drops by, I like genuinely really love them. And I find that really rewarding. It just feels kind of like embarrassing to some degree to like not have affiliate and to like not have growth. That feels bad to me. Just by virtue of how long I've done it. How do I get through this? This is fucking chaos. Nice car. Another Quadra, though. I think I already have a car just like this. Nova, almost out of this mess.
Slick
Wheels.
wheels. Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Where's a message? Free wheels. Okay, now under the steering wheel jack in, need to use your personal. So what's she gonna say to me? Access the computer's onboard computer and wipe its memory.
Ready to roll or what?
Yeah, hold on, Johnny. I'm busy.
Relax.
Is this going well? Smooth as chum butter. Haven't ordered a soul. Gonna be a chill ride out of there unless you decide to fuck this up crossing the finish line. I kindly ask that you do not. So they're gonna see me once I start driving, right? No? Oh, there's like a million dudes here.
Careful, V. Or we're burnt toast.
God. Stay on the guard's good side?
Sweeping the area.
Weird. Scanner readout bugged through shit.
We're good? I didn't do anything to that guy. I guess it helped that I didn't murder him or his buddies. Alright, that was a crazy mission. If I didn't have optical camo, I have no idea how you do that without getting caught. That was like one of the hardest, that was like one of the most like busy sneak missions I've ever seen in terms of how many dudes were there. What happened here? Okay, we're good. Oh. Everyone in this game is so accurate. It's unbelievable. It was like last night I was driving away. There was a motorcycle on my tail hitting me with every single shot to the head as I was driving. And ta-da, the car is out of the system, vanished like it never existed. Operation Fart in the Wind is a success. That's it for me. But hey, one quick thing. Don't try to pull shit like that on me ever again. Next time the car won't be free. It'll cost you a kidney, maybe two. JK, JKXD. But also not JK. You better know I'm serious. Need you to focus your shit up. Who the fuck is this person? Stop texting me. Okay, new car. Nice. I think I have 2 of these now. Which is weird. Okay, progress. So what's next? We're done here. This door doesn't open, doesn't work. Feet on the brat. Okay, so let's do a methodical sweep. Filter dynamic, filter jobs. Filter jobs means all gigs and other things. Perfect. Okay, so let's just do a clockwise fucking move. Starting here. I guess I'll do all these cyber psychos, right? I don't really want to. Okay, gig number 1. Let's go. To keep talking that topic, or just to talk to myself if you're not here. It does seem that, like... Hey, good to see you, pal. I'm just going to keep talking on this topic because it's on my mind lately. It does seem that, like, for sure, in terms of YouTube, doing, like, VODs just straight from Twitch onto YouTube is, like, a low yield effect. There's not many people who are going to watch it. Valheim was, very few of the videos even get 100 views, and I have, like, 60 subs after doing it for, like, 10 months of games. So, like, there's not a lot of growth factor there just because there's very few people who are going to find me, and all the videos are 3 to 5 hours. So, like, curated, edited content is clearly a better choice on YouTube, but I think most people personally don't have time to stream every day, which I do, and to also edit YouTube videos, because it takes a while to, like, do, like, here's the highlights of a 3-hour stream, or here's the highlights of these games, or to have, like, videos that are, like, retrospectives. So in terms of how you best spend your time doing it yourself, it's hard to say. YouTube gives better analytics and feedback on how you're growing than Twitch does, and YouTube puts you in front of more people. Twitch, people have to find you. YouTube puts your videos in front of people, and then, like, lets algorithms decide. So in terms of, like, outreach, networking, things like that, I think I increasingly realize that, like, those are things you just have to do, and not many people are going to find you at the bottom of, like, whatever game you're playing in, like, the 2 to 1, in, like, the 0 to 3 viewer section. It doesn't really change anything. And also, like, you have to kind of find your demographic as well. And, like, if I'm going to find people mostly who want to, like, put a stream on while they're working, like, I don't want to appeal to, like, teenagers, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not really, like, sustainable. That does happen, it's true. I do notice if I play, like, one of those busier games, but, like, I'm never going to be, like, a fucking pro player at those games, you know what I mean? And that doesn't mean everything, but it does mean something. And the games I want to play, and what I would do with my time if I wasn't making money from it, was to have games like this that I play. So they're all things I'm thinking about. I am changing my behaviors over time, for sure, and putting more time into it, because I'm not satisfied with how it's going. But I also just want to enjoy myself too, you know what I mean?
Judgment.
I don't know.
I need someone who can hasten.
I definitely think about it a lot. I'm not sure how much I changed my behavior over time, but I do think about it.
Details attached.
The thing I like about these gigs is a lot of them are stealth missions, which is fun. A girl died a while back in the Glen. Her name was Rosita. I knew her. 17 years old, picture-perfect smile. Got hit by a car while she was crossing the road. I saw the CCTV almost tore her legs off clean. If she would have gotten to the emergency room sooner, she might have lived. Who knows? But it was the middle of the night, empty street. Driver fled the scene. Yeah, those things help for sure. You don't have to be the really, really good. And it really is important to have a good time and to be, like, laughing about it. What I would like, I can't justify it because I don't make money off this, but I would like to have, like, a manager. You know what I mean? Like, not to, like, I would just like to be able to do the thing that I like doing and not do the things I don't like doing. But that's not really possible when you're starting out. The same way if you're starting a business, because to some degree it's kind of like starting a business. When you start a business, you have to be a jack of all trades until such a point that you can start delegating, but you can't delegate too much because you cut out from the amount of money you make. So it's kind of the same way, but there's a lot of things that I just have no interest in doing. And so I'm just going to have to adjust to what that is over time. If she got into the emergency room sooner, she might have lived. Who knows? But it was the middle of the night. Empty street. Driver fled the scene. Soon enough, the NCPD found her culprit. Lady's named Tucker Albach, vice managing director or something at Kuroshi. Her insurance covered vehicular manslaughter, so as far as the NCPD is concerned, she's off the hook. Only punishment she got is her insurance raising her premium. Hardly a slap on the wrist. Over my dead body. This isn't what justice is supposed to look like. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, hand for a hand, wound for a wound. Rosita wants Tucker gone, and you're going to pull the trigger. Damn. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're continuing to grind. I hope you're busy in a good way, and I hope you're happy. Oops, can't go up here. All right, so where are we at here? Oh, it looks like a walk up. So this is the Kuroshi facility she works at? Get inside Tucker's building? Okay, razor wire here. Inaccessible. Guy at the front. Not really easy to jump up here. I gotta get around the side of this building. Can I climb up the scaffolding? There's not really a way in from there. I guess I can jump up here. This is not a door, right? Yeah. So I guess I can jump up here. Try to jump on those air conditioners. You can't climb on those? Ooh, my Legos. Thomas. I know you've mentioned your name to me before because of Discord, but I don't remember it. I've been thinking about that lately, that I don't like that I don't remember it. Yeah. I call myself TB Honest because those are my initials and also fits my personality. It's just that, like, I do have problems with being overly truthful to people in a way that, like, you have to be kind of careful with when you're talking to, like, your friends and lovers, you know what I mean? So, it took me a while to think of a name. And it's a little bit plain. It's a name that a lot of people contest on, like, Twitch and YouTube. It's Sid. Yeah, I thought it was Sid. Yeah, good to talk to you again, for sure. But, yeah. To be honest, are basically my initials and describes my personality reasonably well. Although I think with time, I'm getting worse at being honest to people because I recognize that it like can be hurtful. So I'm like, both getting better and worse at the same time. Okay, so I gotta get upstairs. There's dudes everywhere.
Think of something. Else you're gonna get yourself hurt too.
Oh, never mind. This front door. Two dudes there. I gotta pass by these guys and try to find a way upstairs. That was so stupid. I can't believe that worked. Good old optical camo. Oh, you guys suck. Damn. They also had no gear. Where's your gear? Where's your gear? Where's your gear? What the hell, man? Where's your gear? Why can't I get any guns from you guys? It's a third floor. Looks nicer up here. The first floor is like a shithole. So what's over here? This is like a sick building. Can't see me, I'm too smart for you. Alright. Headhunter 42. You get Headhunter from basically assassinating people like that. Although I usually don't kill them, I don't see the point. Unless I have to. Okay, a schedule, no one cares. Nice chair. Good possible gaming chair there. Okay, bathroom. Nothing in here. So I'm going to force open this door. Hope it doesn't make too much noise. Ugh. It's a sexy bedroom. Give me money. Give me money. Bullshit. Damn, this is like a sex dungeon in here. Ooh. Come on, give me some clothing. This is a better bedroom than the bedroom in my house. Pain Deucer. Converts 30% of damage taken into damage over time. That's really good. Gaki. Blood Bruiser. Cut-O-Matic. Tier 5 Chainsword. And 5,000 bucks. This is a sick bedroom. I wish the bedroom in my like corporal hotel that I spent $110,000 for looked this good. But no, it's boring. Messages, delay. Dear Ms. Albach, I regret to inform you that we will not be able to complete the cabinet order on schedule. Our varnisher was shot yesterday. Is in the hospital. It'll take at least a week for him to return to work. Hope this is not inconvenience you greatly. Once again, my serious apologies. She's gonna be a total dick about this. You can tell. Actually, it is a pretty big inconvenience. According to our contract, Article 5, Paragraph 6, Subparagraph 3, I have the right to charge you a penalty for each day of delay, and don't think I won't act on it. That's sob story, but your varnisher doesn't work on me. Hire another one. I don't care. Tucker, you're going to see a letter from HR tomorrow with a smorgasbord of masturbatory corporal speak. You know me, I don't go in for that bullshit, so I'll just lay it on you straight. I'm kicking you off the board. You'll be demoted to expert manager. You'll lose access to security plan, trauma team platinum, company apartment, and so on and so forth. If this sounds like a punishment, good. That's the idea. Maybe you'll learn something. This isn't about that girl, obviously. Fuck her. It's because you were a fucking gonk, driving alone, drunk, with important documents in the trunk. This could have ended badly for the company. Very badly. I should fire you. Fuck it. Make you disappear, even. I mean, if I didn't know better, I'd say you had a death wish. But I've decided to give you a second chance. Get your shit together. Don't make me regret this. Hey, Tucker, I just wanted to thank you. Because of your little fuck-up, you're looking at the board's newest director. Funny how things work out, huh? 8 years, you fucked me, sabotaged me, made me eat shit, and now you give me a promotion on a silver platter. I can't thank you enough, really. I'll raise a glass to you at the board's next section. I passed your letter on to the police. I hope they teach you a lesson. Dear Mrs. Albach, regarding your question, no. In the event of an attack on your property, no additional reinforcements will be dispatched. Your insurance, unfortunately, does not cover immediate response services, which are exclusively limited to members of the board. If you would like to discuss upgrading your security plan, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Best regards, Asif Mohammadi, Esecuro Limited. So she is a C word, and the world has come back to haunt her. That's what I'm hearing here. Sick. Is this her house? Who was that? The dude right there, huh? Okay, throw a knife over there. You hear that, bud? Go get it. No, don't come over here. Damn, this guy's tanky. Sorry, pal. What are we doing? Who are we shooting at here?
Hey, take it easy. Let's talk.
I need my optical camo back to get into combat here.
Stop her!
This is boring. I like to have things that go a little more smoothly. How are my plants doing, bros? Well, for one thing, they're not really in the shot as much as I like them to be. But they're closer to the window, which is ultimately better, you know? Okay, so there's a guy up here. The thing is, he can see me through this fucking rib thing here. So I can't... I don't have a lot of ways of getting this guy out of here. Hey, how you doing? I don't have a way... If I throw this here... Okay, so I'm going to throw this here. Throw to the speaker. He heard that. But how do I keep this guy off me? He's still going to run this way, but I have optical camo, so I'll just cheese it. And give him the old tippy tap here. I'm pretty good. I think I'm almost done this game. Like, I think I have about the rest of today to clear out all the side jobs and gigs I want to do. And then tomorrow I can probably do like the remainder of like the quests that lead you into it. And then probably don't pay attention to all these. These are probably fine. And then probably by Wednesday I can do all of the different endings. So that's how I'm going. I'm having a great time with this game. Honestly, love it so much. But it's a bit slow. But the world is like everything, man. This world is like
An uninvited guest.
the most fun thing to be
I don't
in
know
ever.
who you are, but I know you're making a very, very big mistake.
You made a big mistake. Consequences are fatal.
Bad. Girl was poor, so you figured even the junkie on the corner wouldn't give two shits.
I miss this. I miss sushi.
What girl?
The one whose blood was all over your limo?
Oh, that. Whew.
Look at her.
I thought one of my competitors sent you.
Oh my god, she's horrible.
Look, this is all some gonk misunderstanding.
Oh, she's horrible.
I'm insured for accidents.
Oh my
Compensation's
God.
already been paid out. Case closed. And as for this job of yours, I'm sure we can come to
She's
some kind
horrible.
of
This is one that I'm not going to be...
professional
I can't spare this one. Alright, let's see what she has to say.
30 seconds. Change my mind.
Someone paid you to take me out, right? Her mom, dad, fiance, whoever. I don't know how much they promised you, but I'm certain my safe has more. A lot.
It's not about the money, lady.
You let me go, everything in there is yours. And I'll transfer somewhere else in the city.
I read your
Nobody,
laptop.
Victor
I know that
included,
you're a
will have
horrible
to know.
person.
It's a win-win.
Sorry, lady.
Only place you're going is to the morgue.
It's the way it's been. Satara, administrator access token, archive conversation. I started last November when I moved to Vancouver. So early November last year. I was just talking about this recently, but yeah, it's been about a year of doing it pretty regularly. My name is Marlon Fusino. You don't know me. People like you and me don't often cross paths. You work on the top floor of a skyscraper while I pick trash off the curb 100 floors down. But for those rare exceptions where we do it, usually ends in tragedy. 2 weeks ago, you hit a young woman with your car. The hour was late. It was dark. No one saw a thing. If you had stopped and called for an ambulance, she might still be alive. But I guess you had an important meeting over cocktails to get to. That girl bled out in the sidewalk. Her name was Rosita, and she was my daughter. You made me bury her. Ever since she was born, I set aside every spare penny I could for her education. But that money won't go to waste. It's all going to a good cause. The hired killer who's going to blow a hole through your arrogant brain. Well, I would like it to be successful. I'm really doing it for fun. But it would be nice. I kind of assume that you're segueing into like a pitch, and I understand because I get that a lot. You know, obviously you would like to reach more people and have something rewarding out of your time. But like, you are what you eat, you know what I mean? Like, you do, like, your actions determine your desires. So what was that other shard? Journal, shards. What was that other one? What was the one that I just got? Was this is her? Heard what happened, worst move ever. Appreciate the support. This is Tucker, right? That was her? That's all I got? Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Sinclair. I really appreciate that. Good morning. Well, good afternoon, actually. It's 2 o'clock. What happened? Good morning for you. Yeah, I streamed from 10 p.m. till 1 a.m. last night until I could barely keep my eyes open, and I did 2 different approaches to it. One where I let her die, and one where I spare her, and then I stuck with the one where I spared her. But yeah, I got through it. When I quit for dinner, I was like 3/4 done, and then the rest was mostly just story. It was really good. It was really like touching and emotional, honestly. Yeah, well, I would be willing to talk about it for sure. As I was telling Anarino yesterday, I need to get some, if I'm going to do some old vintage games with like old resolutions, I need some like overlays. And then that's really it. I don't think channel ban or anything is really something I need to do right now, but I would like to get like an overlay for older games. So we can talk about it. I already even like know what art I want on it because it like related to the game I play. I need to figure out a way to do the overlay with the 3 windows for chat, webcam, and screen, and then be able to choose what image is in the background as like the watermark, essentially. So we can talk about it for sure. So I did beat Spider Isolation, Alien Isolation, Spider Isolation, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I can get her stash. Oh, she's rich. I'll take her money and then I'll refuse money from the customer because his child was killed. Nice terrarium. Yeah, sure. Send me a Twitch message and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Same stuff. So Karma got this lady. She's a nice apartment though. Death of a mercenary. Author unknown. Quick enough, not I, nor bold enough, nor agile. Tangled up in wires, like a nest of vampires vile. I said vampires instead of vipers. Was it I who fell, or was it done to me? Dissolving, disappearing, with you I wished to be. Now tethered, clamoring, the restless swarm, beating in my ears, a pale rage. No. Into the earth I seep, my life the sweet. Thorns thick in my throat, a chill burns brighter. On, to the end? What a thought! A huddled husk I tumble for the down. The old certainty of youth is felled, and from its gnarled trunk memories fall forth. Hours of our sharp and pressing race, embittered in a power-locked embrace. With you I wish to be, and so I go, down a road without end through woods half-dreamt. And the chill beats delirium of desire flies into trepid, trembling sand. Through the fog your shadow sharpening, the storm tangled in me once again. To sway with you like sweet grasses dry, still the glassy dust will not but rise. Thank you very much. Death of a Mercenary, author unknown. What retro video games are you basing your style on? They do both have fangs. Do vipers drink blood? What retro video game are you basing your style on? Well, ideally, if I can get an overlay where I can choose the background image, I'll do one that's related to that game. So the game I'm playing next, I think, is Seiken Densetsu 3. And I'm not sure if it has as good an image as Secret of Mana did, but Secret of Mana has, I think this is it. This is the one for Seiken Densetsu 3. But Secret of Mana had one of the greatest cover art or promotional materials. What's the word am I looking for? Cover art? This image is one of the all-time greatest like cover art made for a game ever. And this is from like 1993 or something. And so this one is for Secret of Mana. And I guess he made this one as the equivalent for the sequel. And this is like also fucking crazy. So I would use this for the game. This is it, right? I don't see any people in that one. But I believe it's this one. Okay, good night, Reptile. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, pal. Sleep well. Have fun in school tomorrow. So I would probably, if I could find some sort of setup where I can choose the image that goes into the overlay, I would do this and put these in here. Because this, I was watching a video. Here, I want to show you this. This is so cool. As I said before, I'm a huge fan of RPG retrospectives. I know I'm going off on a tangent here. I'm supposed to be playing Cyberpunk, but oh no, it's back. Okay. Is YouTube anti-blocker updated to the latest ad blocker? Yes. So extensions, uBlock, settings, quick, update now, X, Chrome. Yeah, because you're a pro star. We all could hope to be like that. Strafe Fox. I keep hearing this noise, but I realize it's Cyberpunk in the background. I was like, what the fuck is this buzzing? See, we're back. Okay, so this, I think, is one of the most interesting things I've ever seen in a game. I want to watch this. Where is it? Basically, the game is so slow to update this graphic that they worked around it to make one of the best endings on the system. One of the best intros in the
Aspect of
system.
game that turned
Check
out
this
to be
out.
lightning in a bottle was the opening sequence. The well-established illustrator Hiro Isono was contracted to paint an illustration initially
Look how incredible
to be
this is.
used for the game's packaging. The jungle was a recurring theme in his artwork, always portrayed as the leading
This guy
subject.
is a beast. I would buy a book of his art.
Isono's art for the game centered around the imposing mana tree towering over the three leading characters. This in itself was a big trend breaker when it came to game cover art. The illustration was also a
Look at
perfect
that.
fit as an introduction screen. The artwork was scanned and altered in the computer to conform it to the Super Nintendo specifications. The development team decided to make use of graphic mode 3, allowing them to define
message me on
color
Twitch. I'll send it to you after.
RGB values instead of using the color palettes.
I don't really remember
This
what
was
my like
crucial since the
number
image
code
needed
is,
to be
honestly.
compressed using a lossy compression algorithm in order to fit it on the cartridge. However, this results in a huge load for the Super Nintendo CPU.
It's a
It takes
40-second
no less than
load for the
40
image.
seconds for the console to fully decompress the image. So, the team carefully constructed the game's
Okay.
opening to hide this process.
That's my excuse, at
The
least.
decompression starts in the background as soon as the game boots. After 3
I probably like
characters
shouldn't
have
say my
been
Discord,
compressed,
right? Like on stream.
the slow wipe starts to reveal the image.
You know
while
how I am with
CPU
doxing myself.
crunches on the remaining part. Hiroki Kikuta perfectly
It's my
timed
favorite
the
thing.
composition to these events. The slow build-up of both music and visuals not only hide the loading, but made for a truly impactful opening.
Isn't that cool?
Whale cry to represent the
The way
voice
the
of
intro
monitoring
goes
calling for help.
barely shows it
Ending
scrolls up the
sequence with
tree,
fully
but it's
revealed
because the
mana
Super
tree
Nintendo
swelling
takes so
music
long to
with a
make the
flock of
image.
flamingos passing by. The latter was actually an afterthought. One of the designers on the team decided to cut out the birds from the cover art and turn them into animated sprites. And so the game's iconic introduction piece was a true team effort and would draw the player immediately into the magical world.
I was watching this last night. I love this shit.
Despite their packed schedule,
Anyway, that's really cool.
the developers still allowed
And that's one of the better channels. Stray Fox is one of the better like RPG retrospective channels on YouTube, I think. It's like really into the fucking weeds. Like in terms of like here's what happened, here's how like compressed the sound was. Okay, yeah, I will. But I'm not gonna, just to be clear, I'm not gonna do this now. I'll do it like when I break for lunch in like an hour. What was I saying? They really get into the Stray Fox videos, really get into the weeds about here's the color palette issues, here's like the music sound sample issues, here's like the technical issues. Most of them are like, this was a game I played as a child and now I really like it and it had a pretty cool battle system, and they're all basically children writing high school essays. All of these guys on YouTube who do all these like RPG retrospectives, they basically write like teenagers, and the videos, like, they're all the same. All these YouTubers who talk about RPG retrospectives, they're all basically the same. But these ones really get into the weeds better than the other ones do.
Don't make trouble. Be trouble.
Okay, so we're good. See ya. I'm gonna put this guy in the fridge. Don't want him to stink up too much. This is the same art that's in my apartment. This is sick. She has a nice apartment. I still have said this multiple times, but I really wish that I could... Did I just break that while walking into it? God, I'm fat. I wish I could find better apartments to use in this game. Like Jefferson Perales, who, okay, he's the mayor, so you can't really say... It's not really fair to say you should have a better apartment than the mayor, but the mayor is a great apartment. And I want it.
And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he went down to Ashkelon and slew 30 men, plus Tucker Albach. Well played, V. Bloody but efficient. Closing the contract.
Okay, good. So here's the thing. I thought... Is this not the mission where you get Johnny's... Okay, one more thing to look up. The mayor of Night City? I mean, if he dies, because I think he's going to, that's where the game should go. Let's get a collaboration with City Skylines. And have me be a city designer for Night City. Something I'm so obsessed with playing this game is thinking about the ways they could have like licensed out the city to make other mini games in it. Like Crazy Taxi. or like Mirror's Edge, or like Paperboy. You know all this. You know how fun all those things would be. It's Psychofan and Family Heirloom. It's in Santo Domingo, Westbrook, Charter Hill. Okay, cool. So I got one more to do. So it's called Family Heirloom. And then once I get that, I have the full Johnny Silverhand set. So I'm going to do that now. Where am I? Back inside? Everything's fine? Okay, good. Okay, so M. Yeah, The Sims and Night City. Much more murder. Santo Domingo, Charter Hill. Where was that? Here? Is it this one? I want to get this one out of the way. Night City's skyline? Excuse me, can I get in my car, please? Whenever Horsemeat is here, he refers to City Skylines 2 as CS2. And it's happened 4 different times, and he baits me into thinking it's Counter-Strike every single time. I'm not even exaggerating. Every single time it baits me. I'm like, oh, you're going to play CS2? Interesting. He's like, no, City Skyline 2. I'm like, god damn it. You're not allowed to use that acronym for that game. We've been over this. Fucking baited. So I went through Riot Mortdog's Twitter, the guy who's the lead game dev for TFT, and he has like a running tier list of the best sets ever. I know we've talked about this before, but I was reviewing it today, and I don't remember playing all of them, but I remember playing some of them. And the sets he rates as S tier are set 4 and set 4.5. So Fates. And then set 9. I think 9.0. I don't think he updated for 9.5. And the Gizmos and Gadgets mid set. As far as I recall. And then... So it's S, A, B, D. S, A, B, C. And then maybe D. The lowest sets... The lowest tier sets he did were... set 2.0. It seems like the first mid set they did was 3.5. So set 2 was the worst one. And there was one other one that was like supposed to be like trash as well. It might have been... I don't remember what it was. And then set 1 was like lower down there but still there. So it was Fates and Fates mid set and Gizmos and Gadgets and set 9, which he put as the best. And then Dragonlands... Where would I place it? I mean, it's all kind of a blur. The game's been out since 2020, and I was like the game's been out since like 2019, 2020. And for a lot of that, I was like a fucking super stoner, so I played it a lot. I don't really remember it that well, though I do remember 4 and 3 and like Dragonlands. I missed 5, 6, I think. I didn't play League at all for like a year and a half. I think just by virtue of how much time played, 9 and 9.5 are like one of the best ever, I think. Really good. It seems to me, having started to follow the Reddit and like the community a little bit more because of just how much I played it. I made Platinum a couple days ago. It's the first time ever I think I made Platinum. And I was talking to Miller about it. It's because I stopped following TFT tactics and started just like letting things come to me. I think I was mentioning that to you too. Anyway, what was I saying? It is... I think most of people's rage comes from the legend. Like, it seems like 9 out of 10 times when people are really, really mad during set 9 is because it was like, it's ridiculous. There's 6 people playing Draven in every lobby, or there's 7 people playing TF, or Earth is everywhere, or all those things. Those were the things that really, really started to piss people off, is whenever there's one legend that was totally predominant. Or like everyone playing Multicaster or things like that, which is understandable. Multicaster was unbelievably bullshit for one reason, because Multicaster is 4 champions that are 2 and 3 cost. So if you can win the game that easily by finding 4 2 and 3 cost champions, and that's the best option to play the game, that is so trash. It's so trash. Yesterday I was watching the TFT World Championship for the set final day, and between 6 and 8 people had Urf as their legend. Every single person took Tomo traits first. Every single person except one guy took TF. In the last game, 8 out of 8 people took Urf. And the guy who won got Prismatic Toma traits, Prismatic Patient Study, the Aurelian Soul one, and then something else. And he won the third day. He won the third game by getting Last Stand and win streaking 6 Bruisers plus Mordekaiser from 1 health. Insane. He's the guy from Japan won the whole thing. His name is Title. He did so well. He was an absolute monster. So anyway, yeah, I think playing the entire set, looking at the TFT Tactics website, and knowing all basically what the sets are, and then getting frustrating by early committing to sets constantly and getting Void or Damascene stolen by someone else, made me start to realize that the best way for me to play is to get Aurelian Soul and just to sit on 50 gold and slow roll each of my 3 stars that I can as I go up, and then automatically get free passive XP. And basically I stopped forcing comps and started being like, buying as many 1 and 2 costs as you can in the first like 3-4 rounds, and just basically being okay, well, no one else is going this, I guess I'll do it. And that usually worked out, and I won like 4 games in a row, etc. But yeah, it was pretty interesting to watch the TFT championships. I was watching on YouTube yesterday and the day before, mostly because I wanted to see the set 5 stuff. Anyway, what am I doing? Going over here. This is a really fancy part of town. I need better clothing. There we go. Also need to put a point into body. We're at 17 now. Nice. It seems like most people are thinking that like essentially Mordekaiser is like the strongest thing on the set. And as we were talking about the other day, it does seem like 4 cost carries are the way. Apparently it's because one of the big changes they made is that it's much harder to get between 7 and 8 than it used to be.
Husbands cheat on wives. Wives cheat on husbands. Then they divorce and talk behind each other's backs. Can you believe that? Truly, I am shocked. But do not despair. Today, I give you the chance to help one such divorcee. His name is Mr. Gutierrez, and he is counting on us fee. Of course, his marriage is beyond saving. But perhaps we can retrieve the checks his wife took from him. I am attaching more details.
Okay. Would you like to hear about my 4th husband? He was very lazy, gullible, and filthy rich. I divorced him as quickly as I could and never made so much money in such a short time. With that said, I cannot really blame Mrs. Gutierrez for stripping Mr. Gutierrez down to the last penny. Of course not. In fact, I'd like to meet her lawyers. But enough about Mrs. Gutierrez. Our client happens to be the injured party, Mr. Gutierrez. He lost his car and luxury penthouse. Now the poor fool has barely anything to live in because he left his depository receipts in their old apartment. The locks are already changed. You'll have to retrieve them because our new divorcee isn't going to give them back out of the kindness of our heart. The penthouse is on the last floor of the building. Don't worry, I'm finding the elevator access. For obvious reasons, Mr. Gutierrez is counting on your utmost discretion. If things go quietly, he'll toss an extra. Okay. Okay. This guy talks like me.
What's your morning grind? Nano cleansing cryomask.
It's like Patrick Bateman meets TV Honest. Yeah.
And a spoon of royal jelly.
I do crunches. I can do 1,000.
Like bees? I thought they went extinct ages ago.
This guy's just like me.
World's a garden of Eden if the eddies are right. Bees included. Want me to hook you up? Your skin will thank
These guys are so funny. I love it. What's this? Can I go here? Take the stairs? No? Okay, we're taking the elevator? Got it. So there's gonna be some sort of camera or something here. That's me though. Well, man, if you're not paying attention to anything anyone says to me anymore, it's like, well, if you're not paying attention to your circadian rhythm and eating this and having the blah blah blah, I can't stop. It's most hard on Andrea, and it's most hard on my dad. Because my dad just like treats himself like such shit that we like I can't stop talking about it. I'm trying to restrain myself. But you can't like smoke and drink into your 60s, dude. And then complain about how bad you feel. So it's hard for me not to talk about these things. Just because I've turned my own mental health around so much from treating myself better. Like I was such a depressive person before. And like I was so depressive before and like couldn't get a handle on like my sleeping schedule and like I don't know, just general my behavior until such a point that I started treating myself better. So it's hard for me not to bang on that drum myself. The biggest thing for me, as I've said it multiple times, was starting to like really regularly mushroom dose. There's fucking drones in here? Fucking drones in here? Don't come in here. Local network. Emergency reset. There you go. Nina, give me back my shards. This is my property, you know it. I don't want to make a big deal of anything, but I need them back. Can we do this like adults, please? How do we grow so far apart? You're still asking after what you did? Fuck off, you self-centered prick. Surprise, the blinds in my kitchen are broken again. How hard is it to find a competent handyman in this town to fix them properly? I want a refund for the previous repair, and then I want you to send a professional who won't be overwhelmed by this apparent Sisyphean task. This time free of charge. Of course, Mrs. Gutierrez, we're working on it. Deeply apologize for the inconvenience. We've already repossessed Mr. Emilio Gutierrez's apartment and vehicle. The next step is to establish regular alimony payments. As your lawyer, I should warn you that our chances of winning that are unfortunately quite low. You don't have children, you also have a well-paying job. Maybe you have a chronic illness, you maybe try to saddle your help with medical costs. Sincerely, Brad Drake. That guy's the worst. I can temporarily quit my job. I'll ask my Ripper Doc for a professional opinion that should play well in court. There are plenty of diseases out there, I think of something. And just remember, I'm paying you to destroy this son of a bitch's life. I wasted 15 years of my life for his pathetic ass. Ooh, this is crazy. Yeah, it's true. You're not wrong. Like, the way your parents are affects the way you look at stuff, you know what I mean? Like, everyone wants to be different than their parents. It's one of the reasons I, like, dislike drinking so much. Is, like, watching it, like, ruin someone's life. I'll get right to the point. I'm sending you proof that my ex-husband was accepting bribes from corpos and in return pulled some strings in City Hall. To be honest, I didn't so much as glance in those files because I don't really give a shit, but I know you're one of those journos who gets a hard-on for any speck of dirt in a politician. I'm sure you'll connect the dots yourself. Oh, and don't name me in any of your documents or I'll make your life a living hell. I'm handing you Emilio on a silver platter, so be thankful and have fun. I agree. As long as you, like, don't become too much about stuff. A lot of people I notice on Twitter who are like super health nuts are like always someone who are fucked up before. Now they're all about some health thing because that's the thing that kind of turned them around. But you can become a kind of like a bland 2D person if you become that way. Sometimes I see the temptation itself. All the guys who are like super fucking health advocates often are people who were in really bad shape before. They never really had equilibrium, so they went from one way all the way to the other, as opposed to being sort of more central because they don't have like a more all-consuming purpose. So I recognize that for sure. But you do have to change and update and like understand that you change over time. And the thing with my dad is that he just had a very tough childhood and like teenage years. Youngest of like 6 kids, rich family, like not that all these things happened that like things were pretty rough from him and he never really bounced back and used too many like coping mechanisms to move forward. And as my mom says, anyone who becomes a drinker, they sort of stop maturing at the age in which they start drinking. And I think that's a pretty good description. Oh shit. There was an alarm there. 2:19. There we go. But eventually, like, it's hard, man. Like, with your family, it's like, you get mad at people for negatively affecting your life, but at a certain point you realize that they had a harder gig than you did, and so you kind of have to like let it go a little bit. But like how to what degree you like keep staying close to someone who was like a pretty big negative effect on you is hard. But you have to like be compassionate. One C7A, one CFF. And like, from what I understand, and from what I gather, basically everyone in my, or like basically everyone in like our generation, or like in a couple of generations around each other, like Millennium or like Gen Z, etc. Basically everyone has a dad who's messed up because they were messed up by their dad. And the whole boomer generation is like a generation of like fathers with issues, honestly. Conspiracy theorists have recently been roused by news of alleged human trafficking activity in the ghost city of Busan. Our younger readers may not recall that the Korean city, formerly 4 million strong, was wiped off the face of the earth during the Fourth Corp War. Unofficial sources out there point the finger at Militech, whose tendencies of tyranny led to the creation and spread of lab-grown deadly virus. Accident, experiment, whatever the truth, the virus proved so virulent that the United Korean government still won't lift the strict quarantine of Busan all these decades later. So why did all these tabloid junkies and sensation seekers all of a sudden become interested in the dead city again 50 years later? A soul-based detective unearthed satellite images showing signs of life. Well, technical life, that is, in the form of active machinery, but no real surprise there. After all, Busan was one of the world's most heavily automated metropolises. It was a human virus, not the computer variety. Many of the robots go about their work, the repairs, the trash scooping and sorting. These messy sad images, maybe some computers that never got turned off, that's it. The people of United Korea can sleep easy tonight knowing Busan is a ghost town in the metaphorical sense only. This is cool, I like one of these in my house. A hologram of like that classic Chinese dragon, lion. It's a lion or a dragon? A lion.
To Arasaka's wanton imperialist tendencies has forever left a mark on our city's history. And now, an important message for Watson residents. The homelessness problem facing the district's sewer system.
Ooh. Goodies in the bathroom, you say? Don't mind if I do.
Due to the use of potent neurotoxins, Watson residents...
Ooh, a whole room full of clothing, my favorite. Nice. This is a sick workout room. This is a really nice apartment. Can I have this one?
As early as next month. Estimates put investment into this major artery at close to 20 million euro dollars, with priority being placed on efficiency and anti-nomad barriers. And that is it for your...
Oh, the reason the guard came is because I walked through the stupid security thing. Roger that. Why even have it open? I don't understand. Real fruit? Like real fruit gummies? Those are my favorite gummy bears. I bought Halloween candy. It was 50 mini M&M peanuts, Twix, Snickers, and Mars, which is the best combination that I could find with the least amount of dead Zos. I bought it. It's $5 for 50 of them. So what I've had to do is I had to leave them in the glove compartment of my car. Because if I was when they were in the house, I was like, let me just have one of each after lunch. Let me just have 5 mini candy bars after lunch. It's not acceptable. So much like vegetable oil and like soy lecithin and like fucking corn oil and all this bullshit in these things. Alright, these stay in the car. I want to have a little bit of sugar after the gym. And it's so bad. I'm like, well, I don't know. It's a couple of weeks after Halloween. You know what I mean? Like, let me just fucking blast myself for now so that it's out of my life faster. It's insane. So yeah, those live in the car now. I'm looking forward to the next time I'm in the car with somebody. And I'm like, hey, can you mind just grab something from the glove compartment for me? And they open it up and it's a full glove compartment of little candy bars. That's really what I'm looking forward to. Is that moment.
Discreet and with finesse. Something I cannot say about Mr. Gutierrez's divorce. Marvelous work, V. Closing the contract.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Weapons. Tier 3, Tier 5, Tier 4, Tier 3, Tier 5. Why are these not in order? Quality. Tier 5, Tier 5, Tier 5. Sell the rest. Okay, nice. Where's my car? Okay, what are we doing here? Filter by jobs. Okay, I try to go clockwise, but I got distracted. Okay, so let's get them back on task here. Let's go to this search and recover gig. Where's my where's my motorcycle? There it is. Where's my stash? Cute. Brought my new machine gun on my stash. So what's next for you? Do you want to? Is that something you want to think about right now? Or is it like me when I don't have when I don't know what the next game to play is, where it's just overall just anxiety? If you don't want to think about it and you want to enjoy your vacation after finishing your boot camp, I fully agree. I fully agree with that, and we can talk about dog breeds and I don't know, gummy bears, Taylor Swift, high fashion, video games. Oh shit, I almost killed that dude. Do 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 do. Come on, turn, you bastard. I feel like these are parts of town that is like kind of underexplored for me. Yeah. I've been buying a lot of noodles lately, like Shin Ramen and Indomie and all these things, because I want quicker lunches. Cause I don't have a lot of inspiration for lunch lately. But I feel like within buying, like within having it like 5 or 6 times, I'm like, all right, I'm kind of done with this. In that, like, I don't necessarily feel better after having it. I don't have like good lunch option ideas lately. All summer long, I would have like salami or jerky or things like that with cheese and crackers and like a fruit, and I was loving it. Now I don't know what to have. The Indomie noodles are pretty good, but like all those things, if you're just having noodle and egg with like sauces and everything, it's like too much gluten or like too much like carbs, and I don't really feel good after eating it. I should start having sardines. I should start having sardines on toast every single day, because it's summer, because it's winter, and you get less sunlight. Oh, and you got to get like the extra vitamin D, etc. So I should start just having that every single day. Things like that. Are you guys thinking about moving at all? Even if you don't buy a house? Or you... Oh, they give me the Valentino music. My favorite song of the whole game so far. Back here. Give me the music. That's a long fucking time to get interrupted by dogs barking in the morning, Anno. Is Valentino's theme? Good. I don't believe you, but good. 5 a.m.? Very smart. That's like, remember that show The Dog Whisperer? All these dogs would have fucked up psychological problems and all this weird shit. And in every single circumstance, Cesar Millan would come in with roller skates on, take the dog for a 2-hour walk, and the dog would be calm and docile. It was the same story every time. Stupid idiots.
Some nomads tried to run some biz in my district, so the Tinos taught them a lesson. A painful one. The nomads came to me. Better late than never.
Optical, I'm heavily abusing optical camo at this point.
Spec attached.
A group of nomads decided to run some side bids in Night City and bought a stolen Militech SUV from the Valentinos. This happened on my turf, but unfortunately they forgot to ask me for help because they didn't want to cut and fix her. The Valentinos took the Eddies, slammed their heads against the pavement, and told them to fuck off. The nomads just wanted to get what they paid for the right way this time, though a fixer. The rep Dakota called me and I promised her I would help. The SUV ended up in a Valentino's garage in Wellsprings. You need to get it back. Getting back to the Valentinos isn't part of the gig. You let me handle it. Okay? So a lot of these gigs, they want you to be stealthy, which I appreciate. Yeah. Optical camo. Minus 90% visibility to enemies for 7 seconds. Cool attuned, 0.1 sec duration with this cyberware per attribute points was another 2 seconds. So it's 9 seconds of 90% invisibility. Followed by skill progression, headhunter. Optical camo is active while grappling enemies. Decreases visibility by 10%, which means it should be 100 if I activate it. I can also have it automatically activate if I crouch sprint around. So we're real sneaky, is what I'm saying here. I'm really happy we're doing a Valentino's mission because this music is really doing it for me. That was close. The music, this like ambient music of when you're around them but not in combat with them yet is so fucking amazing. This like tension music. Can't reach that camera. These Valentino girls with the tattoos and the shorts and the short shorts are they're pretty hot. Oh shit. Damn it. That's what I get for making disrespectful comments about women. I don't know what happened there. The woman saw me immediately. There wasn't even like a, hey, who is that period? It was just instantly like, Reed! Give me the music. Doing this again. That was fucking close again. Okay, that guy doesn't matter because I'm not in... Wait, what the fuck? That shouldn't matter because it wasn't hostile. The whole thing... The game's detection is so crazy. The amount of times you get it a cover at 80% and then just like ticks up to 100. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. Oh shit. I don't know, I like kind of used it, and then he just like went off afterwards.
Come the fuck out. I'm gonna fucking die here waiting.
No, pues hay que saber decir hasta.
It's probably on cooldown or something. Boy, she looks like a kind woman. I bet she's respectful and honest and a good mother and sister. If I say nice things, am I gonna get trouble? Can I apply to be your editor while I'm on vacation? Yes. How'd you know I was gonna ask? She sure looks like a nice lady. I bet she's the cornerstone of her family. This music just really fucking does it for me, man. Yes. I guess I should have said maybe she's a dynamic professional at her career choice, whatever she does that she obviously is very good at. Because it's a woman's world and she obviously can do whatever she wants, and I respect her and I respect her choices no matter what they are. And she doesn't have to be a mother and a sister. She can also be like a dedicated career woman, and even if she wants to do that, she's totally allowed to. So I haven't got detected yet, so maybe I should keep it up. Enter the SUV. Where's the SUV? Oh, is this one? Later, nerd. She looks pretty slim. Like, she looks pretty slim. If this was like 150 years ago, she would die in childbirth, or at least be at run at risk of it. You know. I know how you treated the nomads. That's not how we do things. Luckily, you still have a chance to fix it. Blow yourself, grandpa, in full caps. That is fucked up. I asked nicely, forgive me, Lord, from what I'm about to do. What a killer. Okay, just go steal. Hey, fuck faces, you're supposed to clean the ride after the last gig. Blow yourself, Grandpa. I asked if you checked under the seats, didn't I? And you said, yeah, you'll lick it clean, there won't be a trace. Guess what? There's fucking is. I checked under the seat yesterday, and you know what I found? Pieces of fucking brain. This is like Pulp Fiction. I could be wrong, but last time I checked, motherfucking pieces of brain don't fit under the motherfucking category spotless, do they? Question mark. Also, how serious are you about that editing thing? BD7A7AFF. I can't do that one. Oh, I can. Okay, great. Let's talk about it. I was just talking to Supreme Fishfucker earlier today. I hate that guy's name. He's got to change it. About how not sure where to like keep my time between YouTube stuff because the YouTube Twitch VODs have limited growth. Like no videos get more than double or triple viewership except for the Valheim base tour and Baldur's Gate 1. Baldur's Gate 3 part 1. And then it's only up to 60 subscribers with a 2% viewer rate from subscribers and everyone else being non-subscribers. So if you want to have YouTube growth, you do need more curated content and like highlight type videos or whatever, maybe like more review. Anyway, just the big VODs have very, very limited growth potential. But how much time do I want to put into that? And it takes a pretty long time to do those things, though I really do like editing. So those are all questions, and I will definitely discuss that. Okay, so I'm just gonna drive out of here. I just want to chill in the music a second here. I'm almost out of jobs for this guy, which is sad because they're so good. Later, idiots. God, they're dumb. They're gonna chase me for sure. This mission wouldn't be in a Militech SUV unless they're gonna come chasing at me fucking Banjo style with guns and pickup trucks. I guarantee you. Wait, no, it's only going. I'm only gonna drop it off here? Oh, I thought I was going to the Badlands. Really? This is it? Well, that went easier than I thought. What's really amazing is that the while the Baldur's Gate 3, every single day the Baldur's Gate 3 Part 1 video and the Valheim base tour get views. And so for a while the Baldur's Gate 3 one did so well and still has some, but I think over time eventually the complete Valheim base tour will overtake it. I think most of that is like, there's nothing really that good about my Baldur's Gate 3 Part 1 playthrough. I think it's just kind of like algorithm style word of mouth. Is this not parked in the garage properly? There you go. Exit the garage. We good? Okay. Exit the area. Everything's fine here. So I don't keep, obviously I can't keep all of the VODs on my computer because it would be like terabytes at this point, but I can always re-download them from YouTube, which I think is the same quality. So whatever method works. Meet Hanako at Embers? No. Beat on the Brat? No. Fixer. 9 out of 11. We're almost done. Nice. Where's his last 2 gigs? One there. Got it. Where's my car? My bike. Over here and then left. Where's my music? God damn it. Oh, look at that view. This game is unreal. This is how I felt last time I played it too. It's like really hard to give it up just because being around the city is like the most fun thing ever. What am I gonna do? Fucking LARP? Am I gonna RP in the city? That's another thing they should have done. Do you understand how good Cyberpunk RP would be? Just every moment I drive around, I'm having a good time. And I never want it to end, and I constantly am like just drinking in the visuals of the city. But I always feel this like prevailing guilt that I'm missing some areas and like only seeing like the same thoroughfares constantly. But like it's so big, it's like impossible to like fully absorb. Oh, I knew there was a mission at Dicky Twisters. I remember this one.
B, I need you to steal a certain document, and it's urgent. Find the details attached.
Is it a dirty video? Padre, what do you get me up to here? St. Augustine once wrote, when one has a healthy sense of smell, he will immediately recognize the stench of sin. Well, even anyone with a sinus infection in the city can smell the fuckfest over a Dicky Twister. This gay strip club is full of chicos with glazed dead eyes who will do anything you desire for an extra Eddie talking to the thongs. This is like a little bit homophobic, don't you think? The place where they really focus on like the depraved sex is the gay sports strip club. I don't want to weigh into things that like aren't my purview, but the stench coming from that place finally wafted into NCPD command. Like, that's really fucking rude. My little rats tell me they plan to kick down the door any day now. That's bad news. The owner of Dicky... Also, to some degree... Never mind. The owner of Dicky Twister, a pimp called Senor Ladrillo, is no gonk and a fanatic for record keeping. He has a computer full of data thanks to spying tech in his VIP rooms. We're talking politicians, suits, crime bosses, celebrities, maybe even the cops themselves. If the boys in blue get their hands on these recordings, Ladrillo's geniusly built house of cards collapses, leaving the whole district in chaos. And chaos is in our best interest at the moment. Collect those recordings at the Dicky Twister before the cops do. Thankfully, the Lord has blessed us. Ladrillo is currently out of town, but better make haste, for ignoring divine assistance is a sin in his own right. There's a very good Louis C.K. bit talking about how, like, there's so many rights. Gay people have so many more rights and, like, freedoms than necessarily they did in, like, the 80s. Where, like, you could only, like, have sex, like, in underground bathhouses and all those things. And then he's like, but wasn't that, like, maybe more fun? You're like in like a steam room or something like that. You're like, oh, I'm disappointing my mother. Oh, now they're like getting married and like cohabitating and stuff. Like, haven't they? It wasn't maybe a little more fun the way it was before. And don't get me wrong, it's stupid, but it's like it's a funny comedy bit to some degree. Obviously, yeah, okay. I'll leave it as it is. But I thought that was a pretty funny bit, generally speaking. Okay, if I'm going to Dicky Twisters, I need a better outfit. Do I wear this? No. We're not the Gimp. We're just dressing brightly colored.
Except I'm here to fix your sound system. Those built-in subwoofers shaking down the joint.
You're not on the list.
Hey, you really want, call your boss and ask. But punch in the meter now. Just remember, time's Eddie's.
I'm bluffing him.
Fine, whatever. In you go.
I love this music so much I can't describe to you.
Hey, show your Uncle Carlos some skin. That's all this sitting will get you. Hemorrhoids.
It's maybe not the best gay strip club dance music, but it is a great song regardless. It's too good. Look at him. He's got the beautiful hair. Hey, buddy. How's business? Nice banana hammock. What's this?
Known also as Peter Pan, has reached a happy ending. Thanks to an anonymous
He looks just like that. Look at this sexy bastard. It looks like his name is Jackie. Don't you think his name looks like Jackie? Hey. Come here often? Oh, you only like men? Oh, sorry. I thought you just worked here.
You look bored.
I'm bored. So is that your wiener they used the model for over there, Jackie? What's his real name? Trenton Burton? Look at this guy's suit. He has dandruff all over it. What are you doing? Leave Trenton alone. That's my man. It's in tune with the music. It was for a second. It is still in tune with the music. It's very bendy. The top of it goes down. It's got a weird upward curve. That's so funny. Oh my god. The dick is twisting to the tone of the music. Alright. Got a little excited by the I got a little distracted by dicky twisters. Why does that guy care if I just open the door? I could have been looking for the bathroom. Look at this guy. That's a shitty job. That guy's sweeping up like semen. At least once a day. He's like, oh god, this job sucks.
Thanks to an anonymous tip, the NCPD managed to reach them in time. The rescue team. Harris had the boys aged between 13 and 18 on his abandoned farm. This case is just
God, I'm good.
an example of Night City's continued moral
Oh, look at the pit sweat, lady. Wash your clothes. Look how fucking close that was. Okay, I gotta look at the camera and the map. I can't access this to turn off the fucking cameras because the camera's gonna look at me. God damn it. Look. I'm in trouble. Fucking camera. God damn it. If I wanted, I could just slow down time and murder every single person in every single place ever. But where's the challenge? That Japanese proverb says... if it looks like miso and smells like miso, it is not good miso. I still do not understand what that means. Okay, where's the way besides just like forcing optical camo through that door?
And I'm like, hello? Where do you think you're going? If it's home, you know.
Everything's fine. There's fucking cameras everywhere. Hey, stupid, what are you doing? She's got nice shoes. What's up here?
Sí, señor Ladrillo. Everything checks out. That's right.
God, I love that music. Look at that shit! That was a second! Fucking asshole game. Alright. I'm gonna go stealthy. That camera wrecked me so hard. I'm starting to yell a lot, so the cat's gotta leave. She's doing fine. Has a little of butter in the morning. Look. Look, this is another crazy, insane Cyberpunk bug. In that, if you load combat, if you load your save file from such a point that it's in combat or hostile, when you reload the game in a different, like if you reload, it'll still be in hostile combat. It's crazy.
Sí, señor Ladrillo. Everything checks out. That's right.
Can I get a fucking break? There's cameras everywhere. Stupid strip club. Stupid super secure strip club. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Let's do it all again. Oh! What the fuck? Yeah, me too, dude. Cameras in here? Jesus. Of course there's a camera in here. I gotta rush over there and turn it off. Who is this guy? Saulo Capon. A nice coat. This guy's actually pretty well dressed. Is anyone seeing me? Who is seeing me? Who is seeing me? How did that person see me? From where? Look at this guy. This guy is sharply dressed. Oh, there's a dude unconscious in the couch. Hey, what's going on here? Where are we going? God, the music is so goddamn good. Ooh. Everything's fine. I'm gonna go clear that guy out before I look into this computer, because this guy's gonna mess me up somehow. Look at that. What is that? Oh, really? Did you look at a clip, or are you just extraordinarily observant? Oops, I killed that guy by accident. I pressed the open door button and killed him. Sorry, pal. Oh, the camera! No! I already turned the camera off! I turned it off! No, I didn't. I ran the other way. I can't. It's too many. Forgot to show you one thing, which is this busted ass shit. Activating optical camo during combat will cause enemies to lose track of you, giving you a chance to exit combat. I think you're giving me too much credit by saying I'm using any of my senses whatsoever. I'm just like a robot. I'm just like a reptile limbic brain. That camera saw me through all those panes of glass. This is the hardest stealth mission since GoldenEye. Okay, so I gotta run up there, turn off that camera, run over there, turn off that camera, take that guy out, run up through there, take out the guy in there. Where am I? I'm here. Okay. I need a drink. $11 G's in the safe. Nice. Local network. Turn off cameras. Oh, baby. Things are going great. Wait, I hear something. Something's spotting me. It's a fucking dude. I gotta kill this guy. Who is seeing me? They're everywhere! Alright. I tried to be nice about it. Jesus Christ. I tried to be nice about it. Fucking camera. Three-in-one finisher? Anybody else? Oh my god, I'm at 40 health. What's happening here? Why am I doing this? Oh god, what the fuck? Oh. I think I was doing this because I was out of stamina. Excuse me, you guys look really, really good, and I bet you all could be anything you wanted to be. And just the fact that you're gangsters and gay strippers right now doesn't mean that you couldn't be something else better later. Who is it this time? That guy? That guy's in fucking Narnia. How does he see me? Explain to me that. You guys have very nice facial hair and are very well groomed. It was going with Steve. He hasn't picked up a text back. I went by his place. Zeros on the chain. Doris neighbors haven't seen for days. All I know is he's supposed to go meet Jotaro. Said he would get more money. Oh, Jotaro. That was the guy who was recording brain dances and torturing people. He's a sex worker predator. Nice boots, loser. Who said that? Who called me a bitch? It's not respectful. Jose, I got a job for you. This is serious business for serious. Eddie's got no Mickey Mouse shit. Deal sales in person. Come on, we'll talk. Warning. Good day, officer. I believe there's been a slight misunderstanding. One of your boys in the precinct was here waving around some kind of search warrant. I told him to take a walk, which he did, but I can't help wondering how this happened in the first place. I don't want to point any fingers, but one of us is clearly not sticking to the fucking deal. I shouldn't have to remind you about all these tapes we have with you with minors. Consider this your final warning. Oh, that's bad. Saulo, brother, forgive me, but I have to leave town for a while. It's an urgent family matter. An inheritance to divvy up, a forged will, the usual stuff. I have to go see a cousin from SoCal, grandmother, call her, explain how we do things. You get the idea. Hold the fort while I'm gone. Keep biz fluing. Any problems, call me straight away. Yeah, you wish, pal. Hello, everybody. You're all excellent employees, and your boss respects everything you do. I'm now getting out of here. Goodbye. I'm never coming back. Fucking Dicky Twisters.
Got the files from the Dicky Twister. I rejoice, and so should you. For the contract has been closed, and your compensation is on its way. Amen.
18 G's, baby. I should stop for lunch soon. It's 3:12. All right, what's next? Hanako, no. So there should be one more completed gig on this in his area. It's not this. It's not this. Maybe he's gonna text me with it. Anyway, on to this one. Who wants to live forever? Side job. There you go. This is a good song. Little touch of spacebar when you can't make that turn. It's way cooler just to use the bike with the katana. This is peak night. This is peak Cyberpunk vibes right here. Low angle, katana out, motorcycle. What's next? Oh, I'm doing a U-turn? Alright, fellas, you win this round. Oh my god, he's a fucking master. Get him. Look at those buildings. Oh. I'm in bad shape here. Okay, we're good. Oh. See how good I'm at driving? How many of the side quests is better to do here? Why did the side quest disappear when I reached it? What just happened? Know this, V. I don't take good word for granted. You're more than worthy for the top tier contracts I'll be giving you. Just remember that you won't be getting any higher, which means mistakes are not permitted. This is it, V. Do not disappoint me. So he's got one more. Oh, it's probably fucking Gary. Coke Carnage plaguing me. Alright. So where is this last gig? Here we go. After that, I'm doing lunch. I'm gonna take this minivan. Hey, you, give me that minivan. Hey, give me the goddamn minivan. You, give me that minivan. Oh, she's a badass. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, it turns like a minivan. This guy thinks he can cross the street in Night City. Hey, this is my lane. Hey! Hey! Quit it! It's not my van. I can do whatever I want with it. We're causing a lot of damage. Oh, there's cops here. I'm sorry. They shoot to kill. They shoot to kill for a routine traffic violation. You'll never take me alive, copper. Oh, God. Hizo Cristo! Yeah, order's totally been restored. I'm not a menace at all. I'm trying to drift in a van? EVAC is a noted art bot marketing department. I've got all sorts of evac creatives lurking in my Discord invites. Watch out, Ann. Watch out, Ann, or you've been paying for cartoon emotes that you never even dreamed of.
I need you to grab some goods. Rare ones, Scandian rods. Sell it to a handsome junkie who's got no clue what they're worth.
That's a good one.
I couldn't bear to see them go to waste.
I think I might actually be better at driving. I might actually be better at driving if I was under the influence. That's the same lady I stole a car from. This isn't your run-of-the-mill gig. Client this time is me. You know the H1 mega building in the Glen? City within a city, crumbling tower of concrete and faulty wiring. That it hasn't already collapsed is thanks to a guy named El Gallo. Brilliant techie he was. Past tense. It's the same old story. El Gallo's got a drug problem, a big one. He completely lost touch with reality, goes from one score of sin coke to another. Imagine how bad sin coke is. Isn't coke already synthetic? What's the point of calling it sin coke? I guess because they don't use the coca leaves. Needless to say, he's in no state to repair any creaky doors. But for some reason, he got in his head that everything will be better if he can get his hands on some Scandian rods, so he stole them from a corporal warehouse. These rods are rare parts, rare and very expensive. I wouldn't want to see them go to waste. Go to H1, access code's already been taken care of, and get them from El Gallo before the junkie pawns them. I don't care how you do it, as long as it gets done. Alright, here we go. We're stealing Stealing scandium rods.
Wouldn't go in there if I were you.
Shut up. Fucking junkie. It's a little spooky. There he is. The one dude, is that it? I just wasted my fucking optical camo. Banging my head against the concrete.
Fuck you, Mona. Answer when I ask you a fucking question.
Let's talk. What's going on, Gallo?
Heard you have scandium rods. My client needs them.
Yeah, who knows how this is gonna go.
What about me? I don't need him. This whole goddamn building's going to shit.
Oh, he's having a rough time.
Pipes,
Get this guy a multivitamin.
every other day the elevator jams. That motherfucking elevator. How the fuck am I supposed to fix it if I ain't got no rods, eh?
He's having a rough time.
Your client even consider that? The fuck he say to you?
This elevator, is it wired or pumped?
What? Well, motor's electric with a speed.
He's breathing so
Sounds
fast.
like a non-conductive hitch. Insulation in the cables must have worn out and short-circuited. Open and shut.
Sometimes you gotta use your brain.
The fuck? You from maintenance or something?
Nope, third party sent me. He really wants those rods, Guile. And here's the thing. You'll manage.
Did you just call him Guile?
Over there, take him. And then fuck off. It's about to explode.
Sometimes diplomacy is just the case. Diplomacy. You okay, bud? Good to see you. Fucking junkie mechanics? That's disconcerting. If the person servicing the elevators in my building I worked in was a junkie, I would be a little stressed out. What a random quest. This is the penultimate quest for this entire region. This guy's got manuals. Dear Mr. Troy, regret to inform you that your application for financial assistance as a result of injuries sustained during the undertaking of paramilitary services on behalf of Militech between the years of 2016 and 2017 has been rejected. To qualify for a veteran's benefit package, you must have had submitted from Form XC4443 before signing your contract. Your claim that nobody informed you of the existence of this form has no legal basis, as was mentioned to you in Article 2, Paragraph 3, Subjection C of your contract, which is safe recovery. What a douchebag. Hey, that new mechanic is super unhinged. He jabbers himself, always totally out of it, shouts at people, and telling you, Leah, this won't end well. The guy's got all the symptoms of cyber psycho. Get rid of him before it's too late. No, he's fine. He's fine. He's just having a hard time. You know what I mean? He's got a little PTSD. He's got a bit too much chrome in his head. He's stuck under here with no light. Bombarded with radiation. He's having a tough time. Am I putting radioactive plutonium rods inside of a drop point? Hey. How you guys doing? Nice hat. Okay, see ya.
I have the rods, which makes me a happy man. And that is rare, V. Rarer than the rain on the Egyptian desert over which Moses wandered. But I digress.
Just taking a stroll?
The contract is closed. Payment on its way.
Okay, now give me my reward for finishing all your gigs, Padre. I'm gonna be sad not to go be around the Valentino so much. That Valentino track is really giving me the goat. If thou wouldest get the friend, prove him first and be not hasty to credit him. You were tested many times and did not breach my trust fee. Not only that, but you managed to complete all my contracts and helped Haywood in the process, which is why Haywood will not help you. There's something I want you to have. It's waiting for you in your stash. Take care, V. Waiting for you in your stash? At my house? Oh, ran to the razor wire. Don't mind me. What is this place? I've never been here before. What is this? I feel like I cleaned up a robbery here before. Yeah. Cleaning up Night City one bit at a time. Oh yeah, here we are in the Central Park area. Okay, get me to a road. There was a side quest here which is sitting down and a monk giving you a brain dance and you just meditating while looking at jungle. That was awesome. That was a cool one. I wish all of them were like meditation and mindfulness training. That would fucking rule. I feel like I've never been here before. Look at this. Look at this litter. Ooh, clothing. Nice. 3 more shirts. All right. What car am I gonna take? I'm gonna take my. Which cars have I not used yet? This one. I got 2 identical cars. This sucks. These are the same except one's armored. Turbo RV Tech? Yes, there we go. Give me that one. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Central Park is not looking good. They've seen better days. Oh, this is the car with the doggy in it. This car is fast AF. Oh my god, I can't drive it. It's too fast. Okay, we're going this way. We're not looking at the map. We're going to make our own way and see some new parts of Night City. This car is way too fast. I need my motorcycle back. Oh god. Everything's fine. I'm actually a good driver. IRL, I swear. Just I'm driving different cars every time. My like calibration's off, you know what I mean? It's like my mouse sensitivity. I'm going against the flow of traffic. Mayday. Mayday. They don't spawn things in your lane if you go against the flow of traffic, which I appreciate. How do I get out of here? Get off the road. I'm a menace. We're dipping, we're ducking, we're weaving, we're vibing. I'm gonna go left here. What's that building? I wonder. All right. Let me get some speed on this bad boy. Let's go. No? All right. Oh, damn it. I've been here before. Now I have to do like a full 270 to get out of here. I need that overpass. Yeah, you wouldn't want. I'd be asking tough questions as an Uber driver. Oh, that's a curb. That was a curb. That was a light pole. Oh yeah, Mr. Stud. Okay, let's floor it on this overpass. I haven't given this car the juice in a while. I don't really get a chance here either, but whatever. Not bad. Okay, what's over here? Is it an underground parking lot? Okay. Okay, I gotta take one of these routes, I think. It's up above me. I should get out of the car soon. Crispy Buffaloes. That's my best restaurant. I really miss like fried chicken and wings. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. I never have a chance to get it. I'm back here? This is really in my native apartment? Oh! Alright, everyone calm down. Everything's fine. My knees are mostly chrome, it's fine. How did this guy get stuff in my stash? And how do I change my home apartment to my corpo apartment? Because I could have been there in like a second instead of making this mission back to this shithole. Yeah. I think the whole Uber system is messed up to some degree. Like,
Hello, Night City. I'm Jillian Jordan with N54 News.
I think like Google and Uber and Skip the Dishes type apps have all totally ruined the rating system, where it's this whole North American thing where like if you don't tip and you don't give 5 stars, you feel guilty. So it's like, what is even truth anymore? You know what I mean? Uber drivers get suspended if they hit 4.7, I think, or under a 4.7 rating. What kind of world are we living in, man? People think they need to have like candies and water and like notes on their car to make you like think they're putting in enough effort. Like, we can't rate anything honestly anymore. I either give someone a 5 star if I like them, or I give them a low rating if I hate them. Otherwise, I don't rate anything ever. Hey, Johnny. Hey, do you want to watch a music video in-game? Do you want to watch Grimes perform as cybernetic star Lizzie Wizzy at the Black Sapphire Club, the super exclusive club at the top of a skyscraper in Dogtown? You ready? Are you ready for the most immersive musical experience of your life? I'm not even joking.
Wow, es mucho más hermosa en persona.
Incredible. Just dazzling.
I watched this from the balcony up there. This is my favorite part. Where are my 7 TV emotes? Does Pepe D work? Is this how you spell it? Oops. Why doesn't that work? Maybe it would work if I use the other thing.
Bravo! Bravo!
Rip. There you go. There's today's musical experience. That and the Valentino song track are the 2 things we got to enjoy with our senses besides our eye. Where'd Johnny go? He's right here. Where'd he go? Johnny? By some miracle, it seems Yago and Ben are now working in tandem. I have no idea how you did it, but Dogtown has never been this well run. Truly excellent work. You're welcome, pal. My reward is in my stash? It's like 40 iconic weapons here. How am I supposed to know what's in my stash? Huh? Huh? What do you want from me? Collect your reward, collect your reward, collect your reward. It's in here. Sort by new? I don't think he gave me the quick dry 2-piece with anti-piercing weave. Not the bottom, right? I don't think he gave me V sneakers either. What the fuck did this guy give me? Black unicorn katana? I've had that from the beginning. I don't understand how this works as new. This game is cracked. Okay. Collect your reward. Collect your reward. Oh, no. Wait. Wait. No. It's in there. Huh? God bless this mess. Collect your reward. It's in this corner. What is it? Okay. Quality. Bald eagle? No. That's the one I got from Kurt. Is it a rifle with some sort of like... It should have some sort of religious connotation to it. But I've had all these forever. Alright, time for some fucking internet research. There's a pistol. The pistol has a... So did you see it? These pistols are mine. Those don't count. There's a pistol with an exclamation mark in the stash? You are so observant if that's true. I don't see it. Plan B. That's an intense name. Okay. The Seraph Liberty? It's a non-iconic pistol? Are you kidding me? That can't be right. Maybe you were right. Like, I was looking at all the iconics. Type. This one. This one. A tier 1 pistol. Wait. Now it's tier 5. Okay, so once you take it out, it levels up. Explosive rounds. Each subsequent hit increases the chance your enemy will be consumed by the purifying flame of the Seraphim. Once burning, bullets deal increased damage to the enemy. That's actually pretty sweet. You're also very observant, and it blows me away all the fucking time. Okay, great. Everything's fine. It's all great. It's time for me to have something for lunch, and then come back to keep cleaning this map up. When are you going to see your mom next? 97 hours in? Holy shit, man. Thank you, I will. Oh, that's a big difference. Okay, so I just gotta keep doing gigs and side quests, which I should be able to finish today. Then tomorrow, questing. And then the day after, or maybe later tomorrow, all the endings in one fell swoop, which is probably impossible because it'll probably take too long. But a couple of streams of just raw fat endings. Okay.